I'm not ready to go yet, okay? I'm not ready. You gotta wait. I got shit to do. I'm in the middle of something, all right? Just hold on.
Watch your mouth or don't come in here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, people, come on, we're adults here.
You know what? What is the point?
Yeah, we're adults here. I got a fucking Burger King fucking thing on my head. We're all fucking adults here, guys. People in my chat, 2 words. What are they? 2 words. Let me see the chat flood. Let me see the chat flood. 2 words. Okay, next caller. Please. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, which translate in American to dick and balls.
I got flip-flops. These are my flip-flops. Yeah, I really like my flip-flops because I can put them on. Because look, watch me put them on. I can put them on all by myself. Watch me put them on. Look, are you watching? Look, these are my flip-flops.
Thanksgiving Day. I remember it clearly. It was Thanksgiving Day. I was inserting myself in somebody else's fucking business as a cash grab, and you know. This channel is harsh reality. Karen Yak se jodió la sucia vida. Amen.
This is Jonathan Lee Riches. I have cheeseburgers. I'm gonna put cheese on them. I'm gonna make sure that I have my hamburgers because I'm a big boy now and I can make the hamburgers. My mom lets me use the stove now.
And I'm just like, wow, I like receipts, and they brought receipts. Like they had evidence to back up everything they said. And I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be another side to this, right? Like this can't, no, this is too fantastic.
Yeah, because you're not going to just jump to the conclusion that there's a conspiracy amongst cops to cover up a murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, cops and just like soccer moms and shit. Like that's what made it even crazier. Like,
yeah, get it, Betty. Yeah,
did you have a close relationship with your mom?
Get it, Betty.
Oh, of course, I still do.
Yeah.
My older sister was kind of sad. She was more of the prissy girl that likes going.
That is the best shit fucking
shopping
ever.
for dresses with mommy. I was the tomboy that liked playing with the people.
Shout out to Cherry for just being just easily the most faithful and loyal supporter that I've ever had. That someone could have that tenacity with loyalty. And I'm really blessed to have someone like Cherry be part of this channel and in my life. So it means a lot. And yes, I named him after Mr. T and Rocky. Say, woman. Say, woman. Say, woman. Since your old man ain't got no heart, why don't you come down to my apartment tonight and I'll show you a real man. Oh my God, I'm so in love with this little dude. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I love you guys very, 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 very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends. Oh, say bye. Say bye. Oh, I love you too. Give me a kiss. Oh, I love you. Bye, guys. Woo! Good evening, friends. It's good to see you guys. Oh my goodness. It's been a fun couple of days, folks, but I'm sorry, but the petty is over. It's all done. No more. As I said yesterday, yesterday's live was me putting the dirt on the coffin, and that's it. No more. So now, of course, unless he does something else that's like super shitty, but you know, I mean, like I said what I had to say, you know what I mean? But we're gonna move on to very, very positive things, and we're gonna do that immediately. Okay. Our very good friend Nurse Kim just had the cerebral assassin himself, David Yannetti, on, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely masterful. But there was one particular part that really resonated with me, and I think to many, many, many of us who are watching it. Which I'll just go ahead and pull that up real quick. I think we need to memorialize these things. If we learned anything from this trial, we have to memorialize things, folks.
Treat her fairly. But, you know, obviously the most hilarious moment was when she was trying to say Trooper Buchanan's name. And, you know, probably your audience knows all about this, but for people that don't, Aiden Kearney, in his Turtle Boy way, nicknamed.
What I love about this is Nurse Kim's face. She knows what's coming. Right now, I guarantee you that Nurse Kim is sitting there going, please God. Nurse Kim is straight up in her head right now. She's straight up in her head, just sitting there fucking like, damn, where's my shit, bro? Hold on, here we go. Please let David Yannetti be on my channel and say Bukkake. Let this be the channel where he says Bukkake and talks about the Bukkake moment. Please. Because I fucking know I would have been.
Sergeant Buchanan, Bukkake, which apparently is a pretty obscene act that is prevalent in some porn movies.
Oh.
And you know, funny nickname. You know, that's Aiden, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
no, not Aiden.
I'm cross-examining Julie Albert, and I forget the precise question. It might have been like, which officer was that was there?
Yeah.
You know, and she goes, Trooper Bukkake. And you know, so what people don't know is that, you know, I mean, I'm left with that. I'm sitting feet from the jury.
Oh, it's so good.
And inside, I'm like, I don't believe that just came out of your mouth. What do I do? And you know, if it were my own witness, I think I would have been right on the beat, asking the next question, trying to camouflage it. But I couldn't help. I haven't watched the tape again. To me, it seems like I waited like 10 seconds. It probably wasn't that long. But
David,
I let that sink in.
What David needs to do is watch whoever clip that was that shows all of our reactions simultaneously to it. Like they put, I'm almost certain I saw one that it was like me, Melanie Little, Emily D. Baker, Runkle, I think. And we all just like we were all streaming separately. And when it happened, like we all just like, what? Like I was the loudest one. Probably not the loudest because my mic cut out because of how fucking loud I was laughing when that happened. So like he needs to see that shit. I guarantee you he would get a kick out of that. But yeah, man, dude, that big shout out to Nurse Kim for having a wonderful, wonderful interview with David Yannetti, man. Oh, Aussie Insider was the one that did it. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, man. And I feel like, listen, before we go further, if you didn't catch the stream or if you forgot to do so while you were there, please click on the link I just dropped in the chat and give Nurse Kim's video a like, give her live stream a like that she just did with David Yannetti. Make sure to subscribe to Nurse Kim because she's just great, man. She really is. You know, this was really cool because it's like, I really dig Runkle on the Bailey. Like, I dig Runks. I really do. I like him a lot. And he had a really good interview with David Yannetti, but I went back and I just checked it out when that happened. But there's a reason for that. It's nothing against Runkle. It wasn't like that, but it was like, if you guys remember when the verdict first happened, these guys just started touring all these channels, but they were all channels that like never interacted with them. They were channels that were law tubers, and I'm sure there's a method to their madness. I'm sure they're setting things up for whatever they have lined up in the future. And that's perfectly cool. I'm not faulting them for that. This is not a criticism in any way, shape, or form. The observation I'm making is I feel like we can all somewhat agree that, like, even though it's great to see them on all these other channels that we love, those of us who have been following this case since before trial one, you know, like, there's a certain vibe between us, you know, and Nurse Kim is the first one of those, the first one of us to have gotten to interview one of them, you know, like Defense Diaries interview was amazing. It was fantastic. Bob and Allie are two of my favorite people on the fucking planet. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. It just felt different. It hit different to see one of what, you know, let's just be fair, say one of our own, you know what I mean? One of our own who, you know, went to these fundraisers and sat in the courtroom and, you know, and supported Karen and her team in person. And, you know, it was good to see one of us there talking to David. Like it hit different, you know what I mean? So like, I thought that was like it kind of added something to it. And frankly, you know, well, no, not just a non-lawyer, but, you know, just one of us who have been so invested for so long, you know, it was just nice to see that. And yeah, man. And the cool thing was you could sense that in their dynamic. They just had a really cool dynamic, David and Nurse Kim. And, you know, that would have happened anyway, because both David and Nurse Kim are just amazing, personable people, you know, but, you know, it was just cool to see, you know, like Nurse Kim doing that, because I know that she has been dying to talk to at least one of them and pick their brain, because she has supported them and been so invested in this for so long. So it's just really cool to see Nurse Kim get that, you know? So again, another for Nurse Kim, man, seriously. Freedom Keeper, thank you so much. Appreciate it. But, you know, we got to do it.
Oh, here we go.
I think
think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat.
How dare you? Freedom Keeper 1776. Thank you. Hi, Will. Thanks for another great stream. I love watching you smoke a cigarette, by the way. You know, I get that a lot, which is really weird because, like, in real life, it's actually really hard to date because of it. You know what I mean? Like, I the type of woman that I would want to like date most likely doesn't smoke, which is really hypocritical. But it's not because she doesn't smoke. It's just typically the type of woman that I would want to date most likely wouldn't smoke. You know, it's just not a habit that particular woman would be likely to pick up. And so like it's just funny to see people say that shit. You know what I mean? It's funny to see people say that shit because like I've like met women and been like, fuck, I didn't even think about it. Like that moment comes where you're just like, fuck, I really want to smoke a cigarette. And I didn't think about the fact that this person doesn't even smoke. And well, okay, well, I guess this is it. That always acts like, I swear to God, like that addiction is so bad. I have just pissed away potentially beautiful relationships just because the thought of quitting was absurd. Like it wasn't even gonna happen. Like, no way. That's never gonna happen. That's just so funny. Oh my God, I never even like thought about that. But yeah, I have absolutely been like, well, YOLO. And then they're like, you smoke? And I'm like, yup. And I'm just like, you know, I mean, they're gonna find out. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't be that dude. What am I gonna do? Sit here and not, you know, like I'll go a whole day. I didn't do it last time, but I'll go a whole day. Like I was so apprehensive about leaving a good impression with the Reed family when sitting in the courtroom that like the first time I got to sit in the courtroom, I didn't smoke the whole day because I was deathly afraid of sitting next to Janet Reed or Bill Reed and then smelling with cigarettes on me and being fucking miserable the whole time. I was really worried about that. But the thing is like for that, yeah, I'll go the whole day, you know, but it's a lot different because if I do that, let's just be honest, if I go the whole day, like a whole date with somebody and not smoke and I have no intentions of quitting, it's simply because I'm trying to get laid. And I don't want to get laid under those circumstances, man. That's like a little tiny fraction of a bit rapey. You know, it's misleading. You know what I mean? Like, would that woman have slept with me if I didn't smoke cigarettes? Or if I smoked cigarettes, if she knew I smoked cigarettes? You know what I mean? I can't do that. That's fucked up. You know, I'd rather just, you know. And so now you're like going, so all those things about why Will's single, like that's all bullshit. That's just a front. This is really why Will's single. Will's fucking single because he's a nasty motherfucker. Chicks don't want him. That's exactly the case. Oh, look, Nurse Kim's in here, dude. Thank you, Will, and appreciate you. Thank you for the kindness and support. I have officially hung up my Kimmy Walters blazer. Okay, right on. Right on. Yeah, awesome stream, Kim. Awesome stream. It was so fun. Now tonight, speaking of dating, Aiden Kearney aka Turtle Boy, our friend Mr. Media has posted something on Twitter here, which is a great intro segue into what we're going to go over tonight. Apparently, our friend fake victim Lindsay Gattani has a Tinder. I guess that's Tinder. That looks like Tinder. Let's see what Aiden says about it here. Honestly, this maggot should be banned from using dating apps. And I'm not even kidding. She's as dangerous as you could possibly get to men. I agree. She has had the last 4 men in her life arrested for assault and battery and then gotten orders on them. Did the same to her dad. Statistically speaking, if you date her, there is a greater than 50% chance you will end up in jail without ever committing a crime. That is insane. She should not be allowed to use any dating apps without a warning that if you hook up with her, it will be really fun for a bit. The roadhead reviews will be solid, but it will end up with you in jail. I wish someone had warned me ahead of time, so now I feel it's my duty to mankind everywhere to warn them. Stay far away. And now you see how effective this is? Like, this is like a fucking... That coming from Turtle Boy in the state of Massachusetts is like putting up a fucking FBI's most wanted poster in the post office, dude. It's like the equivalent, bro. It's fucking great. Amazing pull, dude. Like, think about that. Because what are you going to do? You're going to like you're going to Karen the fucking Tinder dating sites, and you're going to push for, okay, well, you need to do background checks on everybody, make sure they haven't filed a bunch of restraining orders on people and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's impossible. How are you going to, this is the only way you can effectively warn people of this. Right now, Turtle Boy is performing a service. And I got to say, something is really hilarious here. I can't, the other side to this coin is, this is a demonstration of how crazy she is. The fact that this person has the audacity, has the fucking fortitude, has the gall to set up a Tinder profile in the state of Massachusetts. Dude, Turtle Boy is Mr. Massachusetts, bro. Like, that's the craziest, stupidest thing in the world. Like, because think about it. It's not just like, okay, well, people are just going to swipe left. Motherfuckers are going to swipe right and do God knows what. And I don't condone that, by the way. I do not condone that. Now, harmless shit, if I heard about it, it would be funny. I'm not encouraging it. I'm just saying, like, you know, get to a point where you exchange numbers and then just start spamming her with fucking with links to fucking, I don't know, stupid shit. You know what I mean? I don't know, something harmless. Like, that's to me, that's the kind of thing that's funny. She kind of deserves it. I wouldn't do it, but I would laugh if I heard about it. You know, it's one of those things. But like, the scary part is, and what am I always telling you guys, man? I'm always telling you guys, because Turtle Boy right now is what he's doing. He's also saving her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the chances of somebody recognizing her anyway are so high had he not done that. What Turtle Boy's doing here is encouraging men to swipe left. That's all he's encouraging them to do. Swipe left. You see this person, swipe left. But it's insane to me that she would set up a Tinder profile in the state of Massachusetts being this person. She's the most famous psycho hose beast in Massachusetts, dude. Name a person that is more talked about as being a crazy psycho hose beast, as being an insane fucking thotty, as being a bunny boiler. Name one. No, Kate Peter. No. Kate Peter's just known as a fucking asshole. She's just obsessed with Turtle Boy. We're talking about a person here. Every man she dates, she puts in jail for no reason. Much different. Much different. Kate Peter's just a psychopath. And I don't mean to say just a psychopath. I mean, like, it's very simple. I'm talking about a woman who is a dangerous person to date. Like, guaranteed. There's no like, there's no, oh, you know, there's a chance that she'll be dangerous. No, she is dangerous. This is a person we've seen overwhelming evidence of time after time again about how dangerous she is. Turtle Boy was locked up for under false charges, had his bail revoked for fake reasons. This woman set him up, and he ends up in jail with a guy she did the same thing to before. I don't know who 555 Karen Reed is, and they have a wrench. I hate this new thing with YouTube, dude. It's driving me crazy. I feel like that might be Kelly. Maybe. I think it might be. If it is, hi. Whoever you are. Dude, there's nobody more dangerous to date. Yes, I knew it was Kelly Reed. Look at that. It's great to see you, Kelly. Dude, how about that Nurse Kim stream? That was amazing. There's nobody more dangerous to date. This is a woman who's proven time and time again that she is dangerous. Not that she could be dangerous. There's when the person that you see there is known most for all of the things that she's done that are dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think of your this person's name and all you can think about is, oh my God, she's dangerous to men. That's the first thing I think of. Like, this woman should not be on a dating site because she's putting herself in danger. She's putting herself in danger because she's been made famous as the craziest woman ever. And you got to understand, Turtle Boy has a lot of fans, man. A lot of fans. And Turtle Boy is not responsible for his fans and their behavior. Just because someone likes Turtle Boy doesn't mean that they're not capable of doing something completely and totally fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a good idea on her part. Not a good idea. What she needs to do is find Jesus and become a nun. That's what she needs to do. Like, if she has a chance of even getting into heaven at this point, that's what she's got to do. I mean, I'm just speculating. Who am I to say these things that would require divine knowledge? But I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Like, that girl needs like penance, fucking everything, dude. Like, I would imagine. I don't know. Because a couple of Hail Marys ain't going to do it. A couple of Hail Marys and Our Fathers is just not going to do it. I don't think so. I just don't believe that. Oh, wait. Let's see what it says here. Is there anything like interesting about her profile? There's no bio. She didn't put a bio. Let's see. 12 miles away, blah, 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 blah. Social media off the grid. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. Swimming, drive-in cinema, binge watching TV shows, bowling, escape rooms, music, concerts, stalking men, endangering children, framing men. Now, enough out of me. Let's hear from her. The sound on this is terrible, man. I don't think and this is Court Chop, but it's not Court Chop's fault. Court Chop is great, just like Trial Channel as well. But I love all these channels that just cut out all the empty space in the trials and the hearings. It's amazing. So stop what you're doing right now and click on the link that I just dropped in the chat and give it a like, please. All right. There's your boy right there.
Order in hand to stood up. I went outside, I found the police officer. I asked him where I should go. Is your testimony that I apologize, Judge? And
let me see real quick. She is dangerous and crazy. Thank you, Tuesday. Lindsay needs a long-term care medical health vacation in a state institution. I mean, that's up to a mental health professional to determine. Because the thing is, man, like, you gotta, like, before I say things like that, I'm careful because, like, and I know you're just saying, like, yeah, she's crazy, she needs to be locked up. I get it. I'm I'm looking too deep into it, but it makes me think of it, like I'm careful about stuff like that because, like, you also got to understand, would she even take the help? You put that person, you lock that person up, a person like her, you lock her up in a place like that. And she's not gonna do the work. She's not gonna do the work in whatever program it takes to get better. She's gonna fight it day after day after day. Her insurance is gonna run out, then they're gonna fucking kick her out. Because in the state care places, generally it's only like 10 days that you can stay in there. And then they boot you. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's like some people, I wonder if mental health would actually work on them, because I just don't think that she has it in her to do the work. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. Have you?
And isn't it true that every time Mr. Carney announced he would be at a hearing after that date, you showed up?
I only went to 2 hearings.
And those were the hearings that he announced he was going to go, right?
I don't know.
I was able to access her emails, and in the emails, there were several notifications of accounts that she had created. One called Betty Booth, another one called John Smith, and another one called Joe.
She's a creative one, isn't she? Isn't she a pistol? John Smith.
Used to harass you.
Are you saying that you told that officer there was a restraining order violation by Mr. Carney? Yes or no?
We're gonna get going. The only rules in the road is fact-based.
Dude, her lawyer to me, dude, and I don't know this guy. I'm just, this is just fun streaming. But her lawyer to me looks like he haggles with strippers. Like, he's at the titty bar. He's at the titty bar, and there's like a she's like, hey baby, you want to dance? And he's just like, how much? And then she's like 30, and then he's like, about 20. How many songs do I get? look, it's just the way the prices are, and you know, honey, you know, it'll be fun, you know, blah blah blah. However, a fucking stripper does that shit, and he's like, "How about one song, $15? One song. What do you think?" Dude, I hate dudes like that, bro. Like, I got to a point decades ago where the idea of going to a strip club was just like, dude, I went to one like recently for the first time in like decades, and I was like, this is just as not much fun as when I decided I didn't want to come in. Like, it's not as fun. It's not fun. It's like it's the equivalent to flushing money down the toilet. It just is. It's the equivalent to it.
Not interested in opinions or feelings, characterization, conclusions.
So this is a motion to vacate.
Yes.
There was party hearing reconsideration in January.
What's your question?
I don't feel that under the motion that's been filed, there is a hearing that follows.
We should not, we're gonna have a hearing. Any other questions? The usual witness.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Your name is Clay West.
Connie, KPAR.
What time is it?
Family?
And who lives?
I have 2 young children, ages 16.
Yeah, I mean, he totally looks like he gives the valet guy a hard time, you know? Like, bro, did you move my seat? Bro, what the fuck, dude? Did you move my fucking seat, dude? This is a fucking Lexus, bro. You moved my seat? Can't stand that shit.
In a nutshell, just give Court a brief paragraph about what those outlets are and what we broadcast anyway.
So I report on matters of public concern. I do a lot of investigative journalism. In particular, for the last year, I've been covering the case extensively. I've been interviewing witnesses, finding out things the police covering.
How did you become acquainted with the plaintiff in this matter, Susan?
She messaged me on September 4th with a picture of herself in Freetown Preacher. And
Here's the question, sir. We're gonna let this same rules for both. We're not looking for the average. It's a Neil, he's recent, here to make a decision.
So, Mr. Carney, we're here today based on a motion that I filed on your behalf, asserting that
What's up, Izzy?
because of the unclean hands
What's up, Scott?
of the plaintiff, restraining order should be vacated. Has Ms. Gattani been in contact with you when the restraining order was granted?
yes, she does.
What was the first instance of contact that she initiated with you, despite the fact that she got a restraining order against suggestion?
On February 22nd, she FaceTimed me on Facebook Messenger.
What was the details?
Well, it was just that it was an attempt to call me.
Objection. What did you receive?
At least the subtitles are on point. Like, if you're having a hard time hearing it, the subtitles seem to be on point right now.
Phone call.
The caption.
I did not answer. It was 2 in the morning.
Was there a record of the call?
There was a record call.
And was that call included in the packet?
So Bradle
Yes, he was.
In terms of
Bradle is like, he's defending 2 more high-profile cases, is he not? Is that what I'm hearing? I don't know which ones they are yet. I haven't really looked into that. Like, I'm hearing Aiden talk about it. I'm hearing other people talk about it, but like when I do, like, I'm interacting in the chat too. So I'm just like, I don't know, you know, exactly what's being said enough to like pay attention to it, or remember it anyway.
But the data that was issued, did it indicate anything about whether or not you would block her? She would block your objection.
Well, the documents, if there didn't happen, right, are going to speak for themselves.
Yes, sir. I'm asking you to explain so the court has an illumination of what it means.
So he was here.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to show you it's in the file in our filing, Mrs. Barney. Can you have a look at that and explain what data
You see what I
is
mean, dude?
Produced by this phone call from his Sunday dependency restraint objection.
So in order to contact, she would have to unblock Facebook.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I hope those guys reach out to me, because the thing is, I need to let them know, like, I want them to come on here and talk about this case. I really do. Like, the idea is for them to come up here and educate me on this case, kind of like I educated Hannibal and Monty. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the idea, is for them to, like, school me on it. And I'm looking forward to that. But the problem is they need to set the time up, because I'm available whenever. So, they just have to let me know what time they want to do it, when they want to do it. But I'm perfectly down anytime they want to do that, because I'm actually interested in knowing about the case.
Now requires hitting an unblock button 3 times and then hitting the call button. You hit 4 buttons consecutively in order to call someone.
So this is something that takes a few steps. With respect to the Karen Reed matter that you referenced, had you been trying to go to court to cover that matter under the pendency of restraint?
Yes.
And you explained to the court what happened with respect to you announcing online in your shows whether you were going, as compared to then, is the time you would show up or not show up.
So she never attended hearing before.
That was the question. Can you listen to the question?
Because Trump Court, I made an announcement that I was planning on attending, and we told about it on the show. I called the story about it.
And what happened when you got to
Now, you got to remember, he had just gotten out of jail at this point. Okay. He had just gotten out of jail at this point. So, of course, 2 things are going to be fact. He is going to be anxious to attend the Karen Reed trial, a Karen Reed hearing. He's going to be very anxious to do that, because he just spent 2 months in jail for trying to expose the corruption in this very case. This man has earned a spot in that courtroom more than anybody. So, I mean, obviously besides family and whatnot, but I'm saying this guy, that's his spot. Of course he's going to be anxious and excited about it. And what's he going to do? The other thing out of those 2 things is he's going to announce it. He's going to be so excited about it that he's going to announce it. He's going to tell everybody. He's going to be like, dude, I want to see everybody out there. I'm back. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Of course he's going to do that. I remember that shit. So it's just like, clearly she was just like a bloodhound on his ass, because he just got out of jail for what she put him in there for. So she's ready to fucking go after him again and get him in there right back. She's thinking, how beautiful would it be? Her and probably Paul O'Keefe and Kate Peter for sure are sitting around going, you know how fucking beautiful it would be to fucking get his ass with all those cameras around there, fucking handcuffed, taken away in front of all his supporters. You know how fucking beautiful that would be? He can't be around you. There's a restraining order. All you got to do is show up. You know that's what happened. It's galactically fucking naive to think that it didn't happen to some degree or another.
Court, hung out outside for a bit, then went inside the courtroom and had a seat. At approximately 2 o'clock, the Judge Cadoni came in. Ms. Katani walked in, holding a restraining order in her hand, and I immediately, without being asked by any court officer, stood up, walked.
She was holding her restraining order in her hand. If she was going to murder him, that would have been the gun. Could it be any clearer? She was holding the restraining order in her hand.
Outside. I went outside. I found the police officer. I asked him where I should go, and he pointed me in the direction of the registry keys.
Next question. You were at the being matter to do your job and cover the case. Correction.
Let's move along quicker. I just get to the heart of the next question.
Yes, I was there. How it is.
After seeing her in the courtroom, being relieved, did Ms. Catani again appear within your view in the place that you went to avoid her? Objection.
I didn't see her.
Overruled.
Go ahead.
And I see her. Next question.
Based on your review of video later on, what were you able to learn about where she?
Court is not interested in learning things in investigation. Fact-based questions. Any others?
LTL could have created her profile on Tinder as a distraction. It's possible. Yeah, that's a reach. But thanks for the 5. Appreciate it.
Well, you exited the courtroom with the registry. That's correct. Did that produce any sort of court case against you?
We're taking judicial notice of the fact that we just called it a few minutes ago. Next question.
After the 24th, what was the next appearance in terms of your announcement and whether or not she showed up?
So the next hearing on March 12th, I announced prior to that I would not be going because I did, just in case she showed up, I didn't want
And
to.
I'll look at things when it's, sir. I'm not trying to. Is listen to the question or answer it and then just leave. Right?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll answer another question. So you made a public announcement about going or not going? That's
correct.
What was the announcement?
That I would not be going.
And what happened with respect to?
I mean, the thing is hold on a second. Let's see something. Let's see something. I just want to check something real quick. Because these dating profiles, they let you know if, like, they have options, especially for women, I think, for to be photo verified so that you know the person's real. And I don't think hers have that. I'm not seeing them here. I'm looking them in the background here. I'm not seeing anything that says that her photo's verified. So that could have been set up by anybody. You know, that's possible too. But I don't think LTL's that clever, if I'm being honest.
Whether or not Ms. Catani got showed up, that
She did not show up.
objection, basis on shit. Strike. Are we adhering to the rules of evidence in terms of the restraining order?
Well, hearsay is admissible. You just have to connect.
Sure. After you announced that you were not going, and after the hearing in fact happened, what were you able to learn third parties about whether or not Ms. Catani is there?
Objection. For the asking for reliable, credible.
So, no, for it to be admissible, it just has to be relevant, but it has to be connected to somebody. And I apologize, I'm now the one slowing this down. Conclusions and summaries don't equal hearsay. Did somebody tell you they were there and they didn't see it? In other words, it's
Wait.
okay, sure, for both of you.
Were you informed by anyone whether or not she was there?
Yes, I was informed she's not there.
By whom?
Several people.
Next question.
On the next date of the read matter, you made an announcement.
I announced that I would be attending the matter on March 20th on my show and publication.
And so you were personally present that day?
I did not end up showing up that day. I said I was going to show up.
You answered what guys did.
So you announced you were going, but you didn't in fact show up?
Correct.
And what did you learn relative to communication to people that were at the hearing, whether or not Ms. Catani showed up?
I saw her on a video there. She was there.
What about the next hearing when March 26th? They
Oh, wow.
made a public announcement that said that.
Yes,
And what was that?
that I would not be going.
And what did you learn through third parties that had knowledge of who was at the hearing?
So Ms. Mazzani did not show up.
So is it fair to say that she's following you to the hearings?
Listen, bro. all I did, listen, let me go over this real quick. Let me explain something. Okay. The Truthy Magoo thing that I talked about the other day, that was only because the dude showed up. I had it under good authority. The dude showed up as a wrench on another creator's channel. And the dude was dropping a whole bunch of very threatening messages at me openly in the chat with a wrench, you know? And so I felt it necessary to go over and show the community who this person was, to make sure that if he ever shows his face in the community again, that everyone would know who he was. And ever since I did this, there's some other channel that, and no offense to them, I don't give a shit about, you know, like no offense to them. It's just, I don't follow it. And, you know, and I wish him the best and everything, but it's like, people are accusing him of being Truthy Magoo. I already shut it down. I listened to fucking 30 seconds of the guy's fucking content and was like, that's not him. That's it. I left a comment. That's it. It's not him. And then now they're saying that I lied about it because I misspelled his last name. I don't remember how to spell his last name. I haven't thought about the guy until fucking like 2 weeks ago in the last 4 years. So I don't give a fuck about this dude. I don't give a fuck about this case, dude. I don't give a fuck about Mommy Rambling's blog. You know, like, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, Mommy Rambling's blog is another channel that I was really nice to this lady at first, you know, because she was friends with, like, the Rucheks from the Chris Watts case. She was really kind to them. But she's also just this really weird, dramatic lady who, like... She like threw herself down the stairs with the camera pointed at the stairs for for dramatic effect, for content, you know, like she was like old. And I'm telling you, she totally did it on purpose. Like, you could absolutely tell she did it on purpose. Like, she was something else. When I think about it now, I'm cracking up. Oh my God. So my point is, no, she wasn't like, I mean, she must have been in like her late 50s, maybe early 60s tops, but she, at the time anyway, and I mean, there was just, everything was this very dramatic shit, you know, and all the time, everything was dramatic, you know, and then eventually people caught on to it, and then they just stopped watching her. So, like, she's right there with Critical K. She just didn't do anything as bad as her. She's just, you know. But I will say this: she had a really nice kitchen. I remember her having like the nicest kitchen I've ever seen. It's just like, man, it was just so quaint and perfect, you know. Like, I was like, I don't really get impressed with backgrounds too much. Like, Jad Challenge podcast has a cool background. You know, I dig his background a lot. He always had a cool one. He's changed it, but it's still just as cool as the last one. But her shit, she had a really nice kitchen, dude. Like, I'll never forget that shit. Flamingo Chicky, member for 8 months. Awesome. Just want to say, great stream last night. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. And it was great, man. All you guys hanging out with me so late. Man, I was so tired by the end of that. I feel bad for the people who called, because I might have came off as pretty rude, because I was just like fucking over it. I was over it, man. Like, I woke up today, I tweeted like 2 things, and then I was like, that's it, man. Done. You know, done.
You adjust it and not going with.
Mr. Brado, it's fair to say you can say that in your closing. These are all fact-based questions, please.
Now, did you receive any contacts from this Catan through social media during the Catan stream?
Yes, unless there was a rule.
What was the first contact that you received from social media for this Catan? Anytime during the pendency of the stream.
The first one was in February 22nd.
We discussed that, and then you talked about the back and forth about going with here and not going with here. What were some of the social
I'm
media
not gonna lie.
contacts?
I'm not gonna lie, man, because like I'm being a hater, but I'm not really a hater deep down. You know what I'm saying? But let's just be honest, dude. Like,
Unless you're
this dude is a fucking. This dude, it's annoying. This dude is a fucking Greek god, bro. Fucking look at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm perfectly secure in my masculinity where I can look at a dude and just be like, God damn, man. Like, there's no that dude. If you're like, if you're trying to compete for a woman, you might as well just go. You might as well just leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest, you know? Like, so I hated on him and called him a fucking stripper haggler. Fuck that guy.
What was the first contact that you received from social media for this time?
Absolutely.
All right. Anytime during the pendency of Blue Stream.
The first one was in February 22nd.
We discussed that.
What's
and
up,
then
Raza
you talked
Media?
about the back and forth about going with here and not going with here.
Bro,
what were some of the social media contacts that you received?
What is going on with this guy right here, man? He looks like he's in constant torment. It's just the way he looks, obviously. He's, again, I'm not shitting on the guy. He's probably a really nice guy. Who knows? I'm just saying.
I received a text message from her on March 7th.
What was the contact of that?
Wait till they
She
show his
said
face
that
again.
She knew that I had gone to Dedham and Nedfield Police the day before to file a police report against her, and that she had turned over her phone to the police, and that I was going to go back to the police for filing a false police report.
Did you respond to that in any way?
Like,
I did
bro,
not.
Why not?
Because I knew it was her. I thought it
like
was
he looks like he's trying to pass a stone. This poor bastard. This poor son of a motherfucker right here, bro.
trying to trigger a district order violation.
What was the next social media contact that she initiated with respect to you?
And that was on March 11th.
What happened on March?
She wants to get
I need to stop it because I'm not even paying attention to Aiden, dude. Like, I'm really interested in it. That's why we're going over it. I'm such a child, dude. Like, this is what it was like for me to be in a classroom, dude. And I fucking just turned 50 fucking years old. I'm a half a century old, and I'm acting like this, dude. Like, all I can do is look at that guy and laugh. It's so fucked up. Oh, Jesus, man. I need to be in detention.
me threats that I was going to be sent back to jail, and she made demands that I go on my show and apologize.
Did you respond to that?
I did not.
Was there a subsequent contact?
There was.
What was the next?
On March 18th, I received another text message from her that was conciliatory and said that
The court is not looking for characterization by any witness.
Just wherever it says.
actually I received another text.
I'm just
What did it say?
I'm just
It said
gonna
that she was.
I'm just gonna stop looking at him, dude. Like, I'm just gonna stop looking at him.
She believed now that Karen Reed is innocent as she was donating to her legal event fund.
Were there any other social media interactions besides being testified?
There's been a couple of Twitter accounts that are agreed that are interactive.
And explain what you mean when you say a Twitter account did create.
So anyone can create a Twitter account, I'll leave this email address.
Objection.
We'll allow the witness to explain it.
Anyone, all you need is email address, and she's created several Twitter accounts.
Oh, thank God, bro.
So Twitter accounts have been used to harass you.
You got
online.
him fucking
With
left,
respect to
bro.
recent discovery from the Commonwealth, have you been able
Where
to
is that shit?
view those items and confirm that these accounts that we created back from her phone?
Yes, we have.
And describe how it came to possession of her phone. Point extraction.
It was given to us by the Massachusetts State Police Detective, Brian Tully.
And
He could feel me laughing at him, man. It was like that movie Deja Vu, man, where he fucking pointed the fucking laser pointer at the screen and the chick saw it. She goes, oh. You could feel me laughing at him, bro.
Are you reviewing that in terms of defending your against these charges? What were you able
I mean,
to
dude, like, there's got to be on some level, man. You feel over 900 people laughing at you, bro, like from another fucking realm. That shit's gonna fucking tingle the back of your head somehow, I bet.
discover in that extraction that links this Gaetani to these anonymous accounts from which you receive text?
We were able to access all the emails.
Excuse me, we is not what I is under a witness.
So what were you able to?
I was able to access her emails, and in the emails, there were several notifications of accounts that she had created. Twitter sends you an email when you create an account confirmed.
So in other words, there were emails that signified that she controlled the account. Correct. Can you explain how that showed that she controlled the account?
Well, because she received an email saying that she was the operator, the creator of the account, and since that email was intertwined, that's how we know.
All right. And what were some of the messages that you received actually from these accounts?
One of them was created on December 20th, was a pornographic account referencing you masturbated. That was created on December 20th. A second account, called the Jane account, was used to relentlessly harass me throughout the month.
Mr. Cronin, focus on any
I take it back.
communications after January 8th and nothing prior to that. Okay? So,
I take it back. That guy from the front looks like a weasel, bro.
and what you've been discussing is after that date?
That was before. Okay. But the photo was extracted on January. So we got everything before January.
Okay. All right. And in terms of the date of the restraining order, focus on the time after the issuance of the order. Now, you mentioned some sort of revenge porn.
Right.
And did that continue after the date of the restraining order in any respect?
The account was still in existence after.
I'm sure you were able to that from the extraction.
Correct.
What were some of the other post issuance of the restraining order emails or texts or Twitters, whatever they are, that you received from the account that you learned was linked to this time from the phone search?
So the phone extraction took place on January 8th, so we had everything up to January.
We answered the question, next question, okay. And since the existence of the restraining order, are there any other contacts that have been initiated to your knowledge by Ms. Gaetani under the pendency of the restraining?
Yes.
And what were those?
There have been several Twitter accounts that she created, one called Betty Boop, another one
Betty Boop
called John Smith, and another one called Joe. That is used
Joe.
to harassing you on social media.
And what were
Joe
some of
Blow.
the post-restraining order contacts that you received
Joe Blow. Fulano de tal.
from those accounts?
Those accounts have been posting screenshots of text messages between Ms. Gaetani and I, taken from the perspective of Ms. Gaetani, which means her comments would be on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what was said. I don't need an explanation.
So the accounts posted screenshots of text messages between her and I from her perspective.
What did they say?
They were embarrassing.
Thank you,
text messages
sunshine.
that he was excluded.
What do you know? Can you say actually what they said rather than characterize?
They were messages that showed the
Injection. You say what they showed.
Facetiousness.
They were messages that showed me in distress, saying, I love you, and things of that.
Did you respond to any of this under the pendency of the restraining order?
No,
No.
because I think she's trying to set me up for a violation.
Now, getting back to the February 26th court hearing, were you able to ascertain or obtain either police reports that she caused to be filed with respect to alleged restraining order violations by you?
Yes.
And just in a nutshell, what did they say? Or they alleged you?
But we do not have witnesses characterizing, summarizing, making conclusions. Fact-based questions. So please.
Did you yourself report to the police about it happened on those days?
Yes.
And what did you say to the police?
But she filed a false proof report That's our reports to the Data Police, the Metro Police, our Orca She's recorded us having sex without my consent.
Is that true?
Oh shit.
Yes.
Did you yell anything at her when she came out of the courthouse on February 26th?
Oh!
Did she say that you did?
Ew, dude! What the fuck?
If you and the Denver police officer reviewed the video that was taken in real time at that case,
Yes.
did you yell anything on the video?
I did not.
After disclosure of the video that showed
What
you did say
could be
anything.
more egregious? What could be more misleading than that? And what could be more important?
To your knowledge, did Ms. Gattani go on the public record to try to change her story about whether or not you said anything to her in violation of your oath?
The witness has got to report summaries of what the cases about. There's police reports you can offer. Do you have it?
It is offered.
The next question that we don't get somebody's characterization, conclusions, opinions, analysis.
Now, Mr. Carney, based on the phone extraction provided as discovery from Ms. Gattani, were you able to ascertain some additional communications?
Yes.
Yeah, go.
Your Honor, thank you. I have no further questions.
Cross-examination.
Yes, thank you, Judge.
Cross-examination.
Good morning, Mr. Kennedy. Good morning. So
Yeah, I totally take that back.
you described a
Dude's a
series
ghoul.
of communications that you say were received by you from Ms. Gattani. You testified to today, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So one of them is fair to say you said that you received a messenger
He looks like the tip of an uncircumcised penis.
call on or about February 24th at 1:47 a.m.
February 22nd.
February 22nd. Okay. Do you have a screenshot of that?
We do.
Okay. And was that on your phone?
Tell
That
me-
is the phone call?
Tell me he doesn't.
Yes, to my Facebook.
Tell me he doesn't.
Whatever account I was logged into, will get the call.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the screenshot?
Yes,
Did you submit it as part
Fight
of your
me.
memorandum?
we did.
Fair to say, Mr. Kearney, that on or about December 24th, you were held pursuant to bail revocation.
December 26th,
How long was that bail revocation for?
60 days.
Isn't it true that you were released on February 23rd, 2024?
That's correct.
You said that you were home sleeping on February 22nd, of 2024, when you received the phone call at 1:47.
Objection, motion is strike, mischaracterizing the
So
testimony.
we could clarify. You just answer this question.
I did not say that.
You said you didn't pick it up because you were sleeping.
I did not say that.
You did not say you didn't pick it up because you were
I said I
sleeping?
didn't pick it up.
Because it was 1:47 a.m.
It was 1:57.
And you had your phone with you in jail?
I did not.
Fair to say that you never ended up talking to whoever this person was, this missed call, correct?
I did not talk to her, no.
Are you familiar,
You
Mr.
see what I'm saying? Like, the cool thing about Aiden, like, you can't underestimate a dude like this, okay? This isn't just some fucking flash in the pan dude that's just out there being as flamboyant as possible, trying to get away with as much as he can. That's not what this motherfucker's out there doing. He's not out there playing. He's trying to fucking expose shit. Right? What's up, James Jackson? He's trying to expose shit. And yeah, he has your haircut. That's just funny. But the funny thing is like I'm listening to Aiden answer these questions. This dude is trying to fucking play stupid little fucking mind games with him, trying to trip him up. Right? And Aiden is right there. Like you could tell by Aiden's tone that he's fucking right eye locked with him. Like you're not gonna beat me here. This is a battle of wits, and I've already won. That's Aiden's attitude. You can tell. And this is why he's the real deal. Because this is this guy's fucking job right here. This guy cross-examining him right now. This is this guy's fucking job. And you can tell he takes it seriously. And if you have, say, Bullhorn Betty, or better yet, Jonathan Lee Riches, who claim to be what Turtle Boy is, on that stand, They'd be dead to rights because probably they did commit a crime to get locked up. Now, the interesting thing about this, I've said this many times, even though I think they're the fucking worst, some of the worst people on the fucking planet, if they were locked up under the same circumstances that Turtle Boy was, I would be advocating for them as well. Because this isn't just about Turtle Boy. This is about our freedom of speech. That's what this is about. Turtle Boy is just someone you support because he's the one fighting for it right now. But what this is ultimately about is what he's protecting, what he's fighting for. Because he could just roll over and just be like, whatever, I did time, blah, 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 plead guilty, you know, that'd be his choice. But him doing this, make no mistake, is a fight for free speech. Your free speech. And that's why I support Turtle Boy as much as I do. Now, you get Jonathan Lee Riches sitting up there, man. Like, it takes a certain type of person. Like, it takes a certain amount of ingredients, very specific ingredients, to be able to be Turtle Boy and do what he does. And to be doing this, what he's going through right now. Jonathan Lee Riches doesn't have those ingredients. He doesn't have any of them. Bullhorn Betty has even less. This dude would destroy them on that stand. And this dude is playing, Turtle Boy's making this dude's trip up sound like little elementary shit, you know? Like they're playing a game in elementary school. And he's like, you're no match, bro. You know, like that kid who always wins at checkers. Nobody could beat him. You know what I mean? This is what Turtle Boy's demonstrating right here. The reason why is because he has the intelligence to be able to effectively use the truth. All he has to do is make sure that he remembers. That's all he has to do. He has to make sure that his memory's sharp. That's it. The easy part is, the hard part is already done because the truth is the truth. You can't change the truth. All he's got to do is remember it. And that's what he's doing.
Carney, what a sock account is?
I'm familiar, correct.
Fair to say that in the past, you've created sock accounts?
I've created some sock accounts, yes.
In layman's terms, sock accounts are fake accounts that are created for the purpose of having an account that's not connected to a real person, correct?
Sometimes.
And in fact, you had told Ms. Katani that you've created sock accounts in the past, correct?
I have not told her that.
You yourself have created those accounts in the past.
I have created
That dude was like, I'm out of here. He's like, I gotta go to the toilet.
my Facebook account is called Clarence Woods Emerson. That's not my real name.
On February 26th, you said you were at the hearing and you saw Ms. Katani, correct?
Where?
On February 26th.
Please specify where are you asking, did I see her?
Oh, sure. Where were you on February 26th?
I was inside the courtroom.
Okay. And you indicated at some point you saw Ms. Katani?
She walked into the courtroom at 2 o'clock.
So did she approach you and try to talk to you?
No.
Did you approach her and try to talk to her?
No.
You indicated that on March 7th, 11th, and 18th, you received some communications, correct?
Correct.
March 7th, you indicated that you received a text message.
Yes.
What phone number was that text message received from?
I don't remember the phone number of that.
Fair to say that's not a phone number that Ms. Katani had?
It's a phone number that she used. It was a burner account
Right.
that she used.
When did she use that?
March 7th.
And you know this how?
Because she was sharing, the text message was sharing information that only Ms. Katani was privy to.
Okay, so your testimony that it was Ms. Katani sending you that text message is because it's based on your assumption that only she would have this information, correct?
It's not an assumption. It's an undeniable fact.
My question to you, Mr. Candy, is that you're assuming that it is her based on the content of the text message,
Like
correct?
you're playing games with words and I'm not falling for it, dude.
I know it's her because of the content of the text.
The text message on March 11th, how did that come in? What kind of communication was that?
Same way, same phone number.
Okay, and that was a text message?
There's a text message.
On your phone?
Yep, from the same message, same number that texted me on March 7th.
This is the same concept here that you knew it was her based on the content of the message, right?
That's correct.
On March 18th, you indicated there was a communication.
That's correct.
What was that communication?
There was another text message from Ms. Katani using the same phone number.
Fair to say,
This
Mr.
is
Carney, you're
wild too,
indicating that-
because like this is much different than the Karen Reed trial in the sense of the setup, right? Like both the attorney asking questions and the witness are standing and facing each other from across the room. So it looks more like a matchup. This gives Turtle Boy a strong advantage. This gives Turtle Boy a strong advantage. This gives Aiden an advantage as far as appearance, because Aiden is standing strong. He's standing serious. He's standing upright, good posture. His answers are clear, concise, with absolute confidence and conviction with each answer. It's fascinating to watch because he gets to stand up and face the guy across the room eye to eye.
It's her based on the content of the message that you received.
Yes, I know it's her because of the content.
Just to go back a little bit, you indicated that you believe Ms. Katani created some accounts as porn revenge or along those lines.
I know she did.
I appreciate that you know that she did. Was one of them the Betty Boop account that you mentioned?
That's correct. Oh, no, that was not a pornographic.
It's less of an interrogation feel to it. It gives Aiden an advantage of equality, of a sense of equality to this man, to the person questioning him. So it's not so much like he's, playing defense the whole time. Like he gets to play a little offense with how he delivers his defense. It's pretty dope. Because he gets an advantage of image and appearance that can seem intimidating to this man because he's standing up and standing upright.
Account.
Okay, but
That was her account.
And was there an El Gatani Pornhub
That she created?
that was created? Are you
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Did you create that account?
No.
Would it be fair to say that you were sharing a screen with your followers concerning the Betty Boop account?
Aiden's like, there's a Pornhub account? What?
And you shared screenshots about that.
I don't understand the question.
Okay. Did you not share screenshots with your audience about the Betty Boop account when you were logged in that?
I don't recall that.
Objection is to relevance, Your Honor, whether he creates accounts.
Way to go, Bradle. Nice.
Did you create a porn account using Ms. Katani's photo and her 2-year-old daughter to create an account?
No, she did.
Your testimony is that, but you're familiar with what I'm referring to.
Yes.
And your testimony is that Ms. Katani created an account with her daughter and her as a photo of on a profile. Is that correct?
It's a picture of her and daughter photo. Correct.
And that postings subsequent to that were pornographic.
There's no pornographic postings on that whatsoever.
Did you make a complaint that Ms. Katani was wiretapping you?
I did.
What was the date of incident for that?
10/19.
October 19th?
Correct.
Did you testify at all about being recorded while you were having sex with Ms. Katani?
Objection is to relevance, Your Honor.
Yeah, not interested. Next question.
Mr. Carney, do you believe that Ms. Katani is fabricating her safety concerns of you?
I did.
Objection.
Yes. Sustained. Court isn't interested in people's opinions, other than in the closing.
Your social media outlet is still active, correct? And you still present shows on your social media
This fucking judge, man. This dude has got an iron fist, man.
accounts?
I do.
As part of your ongoing criminal matter, would it be fair to say that you received what's called discovery or information?
Yes.
You received information that was on my client's cell phone, correct? You received that incomplete.
Yes.
You received that and you received communications from the district attorney's office concerning their disclosure, did you not?
I did not know.
You didn't receive communications?
The district attorney did not communicate with me.
Okay, communicated with your lawyer?
Yes, he has communicated with my lawyer.
And you actually posted those emails
That's correct.
on your, okay. And those emails indicate that the information that you received, which you submitted today, was sent in error, correct?
Objection as to relevance.
No, it's not a rhetorical question. How does this help the court with its decision today?
It goes to my client's state, Your Honor, why she's in fear of Mr. Carney.
Well, that's embarrassment, which, this deals with physical safety. And by the way, the court isn't going to relitigate the current order anyway.
I understand.
So you don't have to worry about relitigating the fear issue. It only deals with if something has happened substantial between that order and today. So that's just too far afield. Next question.
Mr.
Yeah,
Carney,
so that was dope. Like that judge, because he's seeming fair to me so far, but like it was really cool what he just pulled right there, because he was like, yo, like I don't need to hear about the fear. We know you already argued that before. That's why the thing's in place. You don't need to do that. Now I just want to know about any incident that may have taken place between the order and today. That's it. That's all I'm interested in.
isn't it fair to say that you, as of yesterday, started posting information that you received about Ms. Catani on with your followers and shared that information, and you indicated that you're sharing all the information that you received on her cell phone?
Wow.
Same objection, Your Honor.
And Mr. Carney.
Dude, I don't doubt it, homie. Like, bro, let me tell you something, man. James Jackson, that dude has got a magical aura, bro. For real. Like, when I first met James Jackson, shook his hand, gave him a hug, and I was just like, nah, man, that dude is just cool as fuck, man. I guarantee you, Ms. Gatani was like, who is that?
Is your testimony that, I apologize, Judge, and I'm sorry, have you made any postings recently threatening the safety of Ms. Catani?
Absolutely not.
Have you made postings indicating to your followers that Ms. Catani is causing you, as a result of her testimony, unfair prosecution?
Objection.
Can I see counsel, please?
Mr. Carney, you're aware that one of the provisions of the restraining order indicate that you're not to share information, private information about Ms. Catani.
Disclaimer!
Objection.
Disclaimer!
Motion to strike.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, any other witnesses for you, Mr. Bridget?
No, Your Honor.
Yes, I call Ms. Catani to the stand.
May I inquire, Your Honor?
Okay.
Was she already sworn in? Could you please introduce yourself by stating your full name and spelling it?
Lindy Gaetani, Gaetani.
And Ms. Catani, for the purposes of this motion, I'm going to bring you.
See, I'm trying to tell you, dude. I made this point last time. I'm going to make it again. Like, y'all are crazy hating on Aiden, bro. Okay? Because I, lucky for me, I dealt with this kind of crazy much earlier on in my life. You know what I mean? Much earlier on. And so, like, when I see people talking about, like, dude, what's wrong with Aiden, blah, 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 with this chick, blah, blah. Dude, I get it. Dude, I get it. This woman, I'm telling you, she's not only does she exude like psycho, but it's because I could fucking sense that shit these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you kind of have to be baptized in it, and it's like fire, like you kind of have to be, you have to be baptized in the fire of crazy psycho bitch. You know what I mean? And this was Aiden's baptism, I believe, and I get it. I get it. I totally get it. If I had never been baptized before and that woman came along, because what she also exudes is pure fucking sex. Look at her. Look at her. Any dude that just loves sleeping with women, dude, you know what I mean? And has never been baptized by the fire of psycho hose beast is going to fucking, you'd be crazy not to. Unless you already saw her interact with her kids. But that's different, you know? But even still, that shit might be that good that it's hard to give up, you know? Like, it might be. Like, women don't understand that shit. Women don't understand that shit. It just might be. I'm not saying that's the case with Aiden. All I'm saying is I get it because that can be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the case, he totally gets a pass with me, bro. Anything does. Like, none of it's any of my business or yours. I'm saying, like, people sit there and criticize him for it. I'm going, nah, man, you know, dude, like, she's hot. There's no denying that. The problem is that makes her unattractive is that we know everything that we know about her. And you can see it on her now that you know everything you know about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see it on her. Like, Grant, I totally get it, bro. I totally get it, but she's not interested. Like, it's not gonna happen, dude. Don't do that to yourself. But I get it, Grant. I get it. That's all I'm saying. Grant's never been baptized in probably vagina ever. I mean, I don't know, but never psycho vagina, never that fire. Guaranteed. He doesn't know. You don't want that, Grant. I'm telling you, you don't want that. I'm trying to tell you, dude. I'm trying to save your life, bro.
Direct attention to some of the accusations that you heard here today, okay? All right. So are you familiar with one of the indications or the allegations that you contacted Mr. Carney by messenger? Are you familiar with that? Could you describe to the court the circumstances of that?
Which one?
Of the messenger.
On the night, it was February 22nd, 1:47 in the morning, I was taking screenshots of old messages between me and Mr. Carney because I had grand jury testimony the following day. And I was adding evidence to a block binder, printing out old text messages.
Let's not pretend here, guys. Okay, I'm talking to the dudes in the chat. Okay, let's not pretend here. Those of us who are aware of those text messages that she sent, that shit isn't hot. That shit is like lightning in a bottle. You get a girl who sends you text messages like that and they're sincere. That shit is like lightning in a bottle. I'm trying to tell you. A girl that looks like that and sends you text messages like that is like lightning in a bottle. It's hard to let go. It's hard to let go. That's all I'm saying is I get it, bro.
I had my phone in my hand. I dozed off for a second, must have hit the call button. I woke to it ringing, thought thinking I was getting a call, but realized that I had accidentally called Mr. Carney.
Okay.
Now, the other side to that coin, though, is that, but see, again, unless you've been baptized in the fire of crazy psycho pussy, unless you've been baptized in that fire, you're not gonna know what you got to go through it. You got to walk through that fucking. You got to walk through those flames, bro. There's no other way to learn. There's no other way to learn. That's it. And Aiden did it. Hell, he's still doing it. He's still doing it. Think about that. Aiden is still walking through flames right now with this psycho. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy, dude. But I'm saying, like, no. Man, you're a grown man. You do what you want, bro. But like, if you're sitting here, dude, listen to me. It's gonna be hard to find somebody who could break this shit down better. Okay, I'm gonna be that fucking arrogant about this because I'm passionate about this fucking subject, bro. That shit is traumatizing, homie. You know what I'm saying? There's no end to what these fucking crazy fuckers will do, dude. There's no fucking end, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be overstated. You know? Right now, bro, like, like, I feel like Doc Holliday and Turtle Boy is Wyatt Earp when it comes to this shit right here. Like I just get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, it ain't none of my business, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really talk all that much and shit, but it's like, like, I am going to talk about this shit no matter fucking what. Like, that is how this is going to go. Like, I am going to talk about this shit from the fucking rooftops because this cannot go, it cannot slide. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this person needs to be stopped. I'm not even kidding. This person needs to be stopped. Like, that's what makes her so dangerous, dude, is that she's like, there's always going to be some fucking dumbass fucking Higgy type dude that's going to fucking simp for her. You know? Think about it. Imagine you imagine she's in a relationship with Higgy. Think about that shit for a second. Imagine that scenario. Let's do a Marvel what if scenario, an Elseworlds DC scenario. What if Higgy and Gitani were a thing? Can you imagine? People would get hurt. People would get hurt. She would manipulate the fuck out of that fucking gorilla, bro. That just half-ass, dim-witted, fucking no confidence having dipshit cuck. She would absolutely, completely, and totally have puppet strings on him. And a guy like that, trained military training, war fucking combat experience. That's a dangerous fucking situation right there. That's a fucking fucked up scenario. Any good screenwriter could take that scenario and make a fucked up story out of it. Dude. Think about that shit. Oh, don't even, yeah, we're not even going to go there. We're not even going to go there. But I'm saying, man, like, you get somebody like that, man, and it's, and you're still like, there's that chemistry, man. Sometimes that sexual chemistry is so fucking strong that, you make questionable decisions. I wouldn't say make questionable decisions. The better way to word it would be you have questionable judgment. It clouds it makes your judgment questionable. I wouldn't even say it clouds it that much. It just makes your judgment kind of questionable. It kind of fucks with your judgment, And regardless of that, at no point did Aiden ever lose his temper or ever do anything that she claimed that he did. At no point he did none of these things. And because she is capable of having that kind of sex appeal, as well as being so unstable and borderline, if not full on sociopathic, I mean, This is what makes her dangerous. Those things mixed is a very dangerous mix. Lynn Britton, 391. She would be better match for Paul. Oh, love you, sir. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I see. That's the thing is, I can't wish, dude. I feel so strongly about this being such a problem in our society because what can you do about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the type of people. Like, what is she known for? What she's known for is going off the rails and somehow manipulating the law to be weaponized against the people who she is in a relationship with. Or when they realize that they don't want to have anything to do with her anymore because she's so unstable. This is how she gets at them. This is a very dangerous person. Because what do you do about that? The only person who has any chance of doing anything about this is one person, and that's Aiden Carney, Turtle Boy. And the only reason that is because he's making it so public because of who he is. This is the only way to stop it, is to make people like this so fucking public. Look how much awareness Amber Heard and Johnny Depp created about how fucking the Me Too thing can be totally manipulated and how women can be just as abusive, if not fucking way worse than men. They can be. And when they look like that, it's way easier to get away with it. You take that sex appeal and the ability to play victim to the right person, and you're set. That's a scary, scary fucking notion. This is why it's important for us to be talking about this case. This is why it's important for us to be spreading awareness on Turtle Boy's case. Because this isn't just First Amendment shit. This is fucking domestic violence laws being weaponized, making it a complete slap in the face and making it dangerous for real victims. This person must be fucking stopped.
Times they were in, do you know?
I don't know because I awoke to the ring. So I'm sure.
Did you intend on calling Mr. Carney?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Were you aware where he was at that point physically?
Yeah.
And where was that?
He was in jail.
Okay. So let's talk about the second incident that they described here, that Mr. Carney described here, seeing him at the courthouse on February 26th. Can you tell us what happened that day?
I was invited to attend that Karen Reed hearing by family members of the murder victim's family of the murder victim and other witnesses in the case who I had become friendly with. They asked me.
Next question. So they asked you to appear or to come for support?
Yes.
Okay. And had you attended the hearings previously?
That guy's back.
Okay. Is this your first time in hearing?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell us what happened when you attended the hearing?
When I got there, I met our group in the parking lot behind the Registry of Deeds. We all parked our cars, we met, and one of the members from our group called the victim advocate of the murder victim family and let him know that they were with a party, myself, who has a restraining order and somebody who may or may not be inside. They wanted to be aware.
Okay. And that would have been Mr. Carney? Okay. And what happened next?
The advocate told the woman who called that there was nothing they could do until we got inside the courthouse, but to have my restraining order in hand to show to the court officer we entered.
Okay. And what happened at the courthouse?
We walked in as a group. As we were walking in, there was a lot of protesters there screaming obscenities, yelling things at our group when we walked in. We walked into the entrance and going through security, we saw a court officer who I then informed with and had my restraining order and showed it to him.
Okay. And how long did you speak to that court officer for?
You need
to shut the fuck up. Did you see Mr. Carney at the courthouse?
Not at that point.
Okay. And at some point, you see Mr. Carney?
Yes,
When you went to the courthouse, were you looking to speak to him or have contact with him?
absolutely not.
When was the first time you saw Mr. Carney at that day in the courthouse?
So prior to going into the courtroom, I was brought into another room with the murder victim's family and other witnesses because there were so many protesters. So we waited there until the hearing began at 2. Then the victim after came about us, we lined up the door
Alleged murder victim.
to the courtroom, and it had a glass panel, and I could see Mr. Carney
But no, he was a murder victim.
sitting on the bench. He turned around and made eye contact with me.
Mama Suze. She's not all that hot. She has horrible skin. She committed perjury to arrest and charge. Aiden, I am a DV and SA survivor, and she infuriates me. She infuriates us all. All I'm saying is physically, she looks good. By a man's fucking standards, dude, it just is. Glamour Suze, sorry to fucking break it to you, but by a man's standards, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she was a very kind person, she would be fucking dope, you know? Like, it's true. There's no denying that. Y'all can hate all you want, but I'm telling you, it's not like I don't see that she's ugly because I know everything I know about her. But I'm saying if I didn't, that's exactly why she's so dangerous. That's exactly why she's so dangerous.
And mouthed the word fuck and then turning back around.
Okay. And this is at the courthouse?
Yes,
Okay. Where was Mr. Carney seated in the
to the
courthouse?
left.
And what happened after that?
I walked in, the court told me to have a seat over to the right. I sat down, and then maybe 2 minutes later, I saw a court officer walk up to the direction of Mr. Carney. And then he and a woman that he was with both got up and left.
Okay. Now, did you follow them out?
No.
And at some point, did you see Mr. Carney again that day?
Yes.
All right. So tell us what happens when you see Mr. Carney again.
After the hearing was over, our group was exiting the courthouse, walking down the steps of the Superior Court, facing the Registry of Deeds. As we were walking down, we take a right to the ramp, to go down the ramp, and I noticed Mr. Carney standing on the steps of the Registry of Deeds across the street. We continued walking to the right down the sidewalk. So down the sidewalk.
Objection to the narrative, Your Honor.
I appreciate that, Mr. Brito. What's your next question?
You're lying. And you're a piece of shit.
And Mr. Papachristos?
So you started walking on the sidewalk? Okay. And if you can just, maybe go like sentence per sentence so we can, be able to understand. So you're walking on the sidewalk. On which side of the...
Bro, when you're nitpicking with stupid shit like bad skin, bro, like, stop it. Like, a lot of people have fucking bad skin. It doesn't make them fucking totally unattractive. Stop it. Y'all are just being fucking haters, dude. But the thing is that she deserves to be fucking shit on for having bad skin. Like, she's such a piece of shit that it's like totally okay to shit on her for having bad skin. Like, she's done so much worse than shit on somebody for having bad skin. So it's totally justified. It's absolutely justified.
Courthouse. Was it the grand jury side or the courthouse side or the probation side? Which side? Okay. Is it right outside the courthouse?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me your path of travel.
So I was on the sidewalk. We were walking to get to the crosswalk to cross over so we could go to the Registry of Deeds.
Okay. And you see Mr. Carney at that point?
Yes.
And what was he doing?
He was across the street still, but he moved from the steps, then next to a bush or a tree, and he was holding his phone up as if he were recording.
Objection as to speculation, Your Honor, as to what he was doing through this phone. Motion to strike.
So what were you able to see? Let's not assume what Mr. Carney was doing. What were you able to see him doing with his phone?
Holding it up.
Okay. And are there videos or photos of that, of Mr. Carney doing that?
Yes.
Okay. And are any of those on his social media platforms? Do you know?
Are the pictures of him?
Yeah.
I just
or the video.
love.
And who took the video of Mr. Carney or photos of Mr. Carney holding his phone up?
I just love to see women just fucking hate on each other's looks, bro. That shit is the funniest shit to me in the world, bro. I gotta tell you, ladies, men love that shit. Men love that shit when you guys do that. It's fucking hilarious. Because, oh my God. Did she really wear that? Men don't even see what you're talking about. Like, nobody gives a fuck. She really wear that? What? Wear what? What are you talking about?
A member from the group that I was with.
Did you have any contact with him at that point?
I did not interact with him, no.
Okay, so once you saw Mr. Carney holding the phone from the corner, okay. Did he do anything else? Did you see him doing anything else?
After we crossed the street and we got to the middle between the registry of deeds and the district court, I then saw Mr. Carney to my left on the wall next in front of the registry of deeds,
What was he doing?
holding his phone up.
Okay. And did you have any other interaction with him at that point?
I did not interact with him, but I believe that
We have some question.
no.
Thank you.
So was that the complete interaction that you had, Mr. Carney, that day? What else happened?
I believe I heard him yelling liar.
Did you see him saying that?
No.
Now, what you testified here, did you report to the police?
Yes.
You heard about text messages that were sent to Mr. Carney on March 7th, 11th, and March 18th.
Yes.
Could you tell us
Did you like
whether
that?
you sent
Did I want to
text
ride that
messages?
horse
No,
again
no.
sometime?
Tell us your knowledge.
Yeah.
I was made aware that he was making comments on his YouTube show after the first message was sent. I don't remember the date. And he was talking about these messages, accusing me of being the person that sent them.
Did you send them?
No.
Do you know who sent them?
No.
Did you create an account or born a burner phone?
No.
Are you familiar with burner phones? Has
Hey,
Mr. Carney used those in the past?
I don't.
Okay.
Get
Has he
funky.
created sock accounts in order to send communications?
Yeah.
How are you
Get
familiar with
funky.
that? How do you know?
So he was logged on to,
Objection, Judge, as to relevance of him creating other accounts. He
I saw him logged on to 2 of the Twitter accounts. As he was doing a live show, he didn't realize he was still logged in and he shared his screen with the audience.
What does that exactly mean? Is this in relation to the Betty Boop account and the El Gattani Pornhub?
objection, relevance to this is misdefined.
You don't think it's important? You don't
Relevant.
want any questions?
Cradle.
Cross. Let's go.
Cradle said the relevance to this is mystifying.
What exactly was he sharing? So we understand what you mean.
He shared his screen. He was sharing tweets from the account and he shared a screen that showed he was still logged into both of the accounts
And this was on his social media?
on his YouTube show.
What's the YouTube show that he has
We're
called?
moving on now.
Okay.
Moving on now. Fake victim. Thank you, dropping dimes. Fake victim. In Canton probate on 2/5/25 as a defendant had case dismissed. All on down low. Judge Sewer ruled quick and clerk was Martin Huifoya. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Dropping fins, technically. But thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Has Mr. Carney any access to emails or social media accounts?
Objection to what Mr. Carney's doing.
Well, has to be amazing. Next
Oh my
question.
God.
You heard Mr.
I
Carney
just didn't
testify that
understand
he
the
indicated
I just didn't understand what you were saying though.
that he accessed your emails, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened with as of yesterday?
I was made aware that he was accidentally sent in error a full extraction of my phone.
And what happened after that information was sent out?
I object to this line of questioning. If there's some dispute that we have with the other case, that's got nothing to do with this.
I'm just looking at this request and focused on that.
Okay. So, Ms. Katani, bringing it back to, so none of those text messages were sent by you?
No.
Do you know who sent those text messages?
I don't.
That question was asked and answered.
Then I
You're
don't
entitled to shit.
have any further questions.
Wow.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Katana.
Hi.
So you stated here today that Mr. Carney was violating the restraining order on February 26th, right? By yelling at you, liar, liar.
Correct.
Right. So that was what, a little bit after 2 p.m.?
I believe so.
Just a quick read hearing.
That's a stretch, bro. Swerve show. That's a stretch. I mean, I agree with Aiden. I think that she is like, I can sense that she's a terrible fucking lay. I can just sense it. I can tell by looking at her. I can tell that she just doesn't fucking, she's just like she's not into it, you know? She's just fucking so fucking miserable that she can't even take joy in sex. And she's just, all right, yeah, I'll let you fuck me. Like, no, that's not going to work. You know, It's not gonna work. Like that's the vibe I get off of her, dude. Like, unless that's your thing, man. If you got like a plastic fuck doll somewhere, right on, bro. I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Surprisingly quick to everyone, and you were leaving, right?
Correct.
And
That's exactly
after
where
two.
it is.
I don't know the exact.
I'll allow
It
it.
was a quick hearing. It's at 2:00, so we can agree that it was shortly after 2.
Yes.
So then you go with your newfound friends back to the registry behind the parking lot behind the registry, yes?
Objection to newfound registration. Sorry.
Doesn't matter.
You go with your friends back to the registry behind the parking behind the registry, right?
Correct.
So
I'm going to have to review these photographs in my chambers. Short recess. I will be have to review these quite thoroughly in my chambers. Until then, recess.
at that point, you felt that there was some vandalism that had occurred to your car, right?
There was not a great.
And you called the police?
Yeah.
Or one of your friends called the police?
One from our group called the police, sorry.
And the policeman came there not 15 minutes after you say Mr. Carney was saying liar, liar up the street.
Correct.
And it's fair to say that you didn't say one word to that officer about this restraining order violation that you say had just happened, correct?
No.
Is it your testimony here today?
I mean, she
that
is.
You
dude.
informed that officer that there was a restraining order violation by Mr. Carney? Yes or no?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Are you saying that you told that officer there was a restraining order violation by Mr. Carney?
About the yelling or about seeing him?
About whatever you think the restraining order violation was.
Yes.
So it's your testimony that you told that officer.
Yes.
And what did you say to him?
I told him that I believe that he had ordered the vandalism on my car. I told him that I had a restraining order against him and he was made to leave the courtroom. And then he remained outside after, and we saw him when we were passing him and walking to my car.
Oh, really?
So since that day, you've seen the police report, right? Has nothing in there whatsoever about any restraining order violation that happened not 15 minutes earlier, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Have you contacted the policeman to correct that?
No.
Did you do anything or take any steps to correct this egregious mistake in the officer's police report?
No.
Objection.
Isn't it true that this was not reported to that police officer because it never happened?
No, it's not.
Isn't it true that you looked at video later on and you saw for the first time that Mr. Carney was across the street and you concocted this whole thing, didn't you?
No.
And isn't it true that when it was brought to your attention that there was video that showed that you didn't even look over in Mr. Carney's direction, that you backed off your initial statement to the police?
Objection.
You understand, move on.
To trigger these charges, didn't you
I said.
move on into another topic, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Sure.
You just covered that one.
What?
Now, with respect to February 26th, who invited you to go to the Karen Reed hearings?
The family of this deceased officer, John,
The whole family, or was it a specific person?
specific person,
Who?
Paul O'Keefe.
Paul O'Keefe. How do you know Paul O'Keefe?
I have met many of
Now,
the,
this is under oath. She's testifying under oath that Paul O'Keefe invited her to that hearing. Paul O'Keefe lied about it. One of them is lying. One of them is lying.
witnesses in the case against Mr. Carney. We have formed a bond due to the relentless harassment by him.
So you sort of taken up with the.
Not only that, not only did he invite her, they formed a bond due to the harassment that they've endured. They formed a bond. It's a lot different than what Paul O'Keefe testified to, isn't it?
Enemies of Mr. Carney after ending your relationship with Mr. Carney. Fair to say?
Objection.
Can you recharacterize your question and ask?
You become friendly with the folks from the Reed case that are enemies of Mr. Carney.
Objection as to enemies, Your Honor, if they're.
I'd be happy to lay foundation.
You
Your
can
Honor.
say yes or no.
They're the enemies of Mr. Carney, aren't they? They hate Mr. Carney, right?
I can't testify to their feelings about him.
Well, based on your conversation with them.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'll just finish the question and council can have his objections. Thank you. Based on your conversations with these folks, based on your review, all of the social media, isn't it fair to say that you know that these folks from the O'Keefe and the McCabe's and all those folks are enemies of Mr. Carney?
Objection is the form of the question, substance, and calls for speculation on her end.
She can say yes or no. We don't like the word enemy, but other than that.
How about we say antagonistic, Your Honor?
Thank you.
Antagonistic to Mr. Carney. Let's go with that.
All right, can you repeat the question?
Are those folks antagonistic to Mr. Carney?
Sure.
And so you've taken up friendship with those folks after ending your relationship with Mr. Carney.
Objection asked and answered, Your Honor.
I'm just trying to get it sorted out.
The answer was yes.
Okay. thank
Next
you.
question.
And prior to February 26th, you were aware that Mr. Carney said that he was going to go to that hearing, right?
I don't recall.
You don't recall. Well, you're very interested in all of Mr. Carney's postings and various accounts, aren't you?
Objection.
Overruled.
Yes or no?
Am I interested in them?
Familiar with, interested, follow?
I'm familiar.
You follow them, don't you?
Not on a regular basis.
Well, let's just use an example of your affidavit where you mention that he mentions you 92 times in one of the accounts, right?
Objection, Your Honor. I believe we covered this at sidebar.
No, this is about the question about familiarity with it. So question's admissible for that reason.
Sorry, can you repeat it?
Sure. One of your affidavits, you referenced that you've been able to figure out from looking at all of his postings that you were mentioned some 92 or thereabouts times in those postings, right?
I was able to figure out from looking at some and from another person or group of people that keep track of the accounts.
Oh man,
to
you guys are brutal.
log the
bro.
harassment against me and notify me. Yes.
So we can agree that that's pretty good evidence that you follow Mr. Carney's postings pretty closely, right?
Not all of them, no.
And it's your testimony here today with all of this focus and controversy, and you say there was a restraining order violation that day. It's your testimony that you can't recall whether or not you knew he was going to be there that day?
No, I didn't. I can't recall.
Okay, so you go in the courtroom, there he is, and you have your restraining order ready to go in your hand, right?
Yeah.
And you flushed him right out of there, didn't you?
Sustained.
So as a result of him seeing you, and you say that he said something, and he just got up and left, didn't he?
After I entered the courtroom and sat down.
Yeah, and it's fair to say that you went to where he was, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you went there for the express purpose and at the behest of these folks to flush Mr. Carney out of that courtroom and stop him from covering the case. Isn't that true?
No.
You just wanted to see, you just had an interest in that particular court date, completely independent of Mr. Carney. Is that your testimony?
I had an interest in the Karen Reed case long before I even met or spoke to Mr. Carney.
And this was your first time at the case, wasn't it?
My first time that I was supposed to go on September 15th.
So that didn't happen?
No.
Okay, so this is your first time on the case. And you're saying I'm sorry, go ahead and answer.
It was my first time attending, yes.
Attending the case. It's just a coincidence that that's the time when Mr. Carney said a couple days earlier, oh, I'm going to go to that case.
Objection. Coincidence.
Question's been asked and answered.
Coincidence?
Objection.
I just didn't get it just because I did.
Now, well, you folks characterize coincidences in your close. I'm not interested in witnesses characterizing their own testimony. Next question.
And isn't it true that every time Mr. Carney announced he would be at a hearing after that date, you showed up?
I only went to 2 hearings.
And those were the hearings that he announced he was going to go, right?
I don't know. I have the other date that I attended was March 20th, and I didn't know whether he was going to go or not.
So it's your testimony that you had no idea that he was going to be at that hearing.
I actually knew when I left my house at 1:30, and I wasn't planning to go that day, but when I left my house at 1:30, he was already live streaming the case from his house remotely. So I knew he would know.
So it's your testimony that you left at 1:30 with no intention of going, but then ended up there at 2:00?
Yes.
Where were you going?
What do you mean, where?
You left the house at 1:30 with some other intention. What
No,
was
I
that?
had no intention prior to that prior to 1:30 that I was going to attend that day.
So you jump in the car and you develop an intention to go to the hearing of Judge half an hour later?
No.
We're just going to move on. You say that you mistakenly called Mr. Carney on February 22nd, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And you're saying that that was like a, let's just encapsulate it like it was a butt dial type situation? Is that right?
I suppose.
Isn't it true that to get him unblocked,
not a butt
actually make
dial.
a call, you have to do 4 separate machinations on that phone to get to the point where you can in fact call him?
That's true, but I never had Mr. Carney blocked, ever.
One moment, please, Your Honor. Well, isn't it true that you stated anyway, that you're in such fear of Mr. Carney?
I love where Tim's going here. You have a restraining order on him. Isn't the first thing you do before you take numerous steps before deciding, to get a restraining order, the first thing you do is block the person? Literally, it's the first thing you do when you're like, I don't want anything to do with this person. You block them. And she just said emphatically, as if she was offended by the question, I never blocked Aiden Carney. Like, how dare you imply that I would ever block him? As if, I don't know, she might be in love with him. As if, I don't know, she's the one with the obsession.
That you don't wish any communication from him, and it's now your testimony that you didn't block him from calling you?
There it is.
Didn't you say in your affidavit to this court that you did in fact unblock him at some point?
My affidavit for the restraining.
For the restraining order?
I don't recall.
Well, that'll speak for itself in a moment.
I remember. Sorry. I unfriended him. I said I unfriended, did not unblock him.
Sorry, just one moment. And you say that you were taking screenshots?
See, this is the thing. People like this, people like her, you could tell by the way she keeps herself. She's a social media whore. Like, in the sense of, now, I mean, maybe she's like really a whore, I don't know. But I mean, like, figuratively speaking, she's a social media whore. She's all over social media. She lives on social media. She's always blah, 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 blah. You can hear her fucking nails clicking on her phone fucking 24/7. Guarantee. I can guarantee you that's the type of person that woman is. So, her sitting here and acting like, I mean, listen to what she says right here.
For the restraining order?
I don't recall.
Well, that'll speak for itself in a moment.
I remember. Sorry. I unfriended him. I said I unfriended, did not unblock him.
Sorry, just one moment.
Her whole existence, any relevance that she has, is on social media. And so she's trying to come off like she's little miss, I don't care about social media. I'm not active on it. I don't make up all these sock accounts. But right now, Bradel is brilliantly setting her up to paint her own picture of how active she actually is on social media. It's fascinating and brilliant.
And you say
at least I think that's where he's going.
You were taking screenshots and it resulted in you mistakenly calling Mr. Carney, is that right?
Yeah.
Isn't it true that you can take a screenshot without unblocking anyone or without calling them?
Yes, but I never had him blocked.
Thank you very much. I have nothing further.
I never had him blocked, but I had a restraining order on him because I'm scared of him, but I never blocked him because maybe one day he'll call. Maybe one day he'll call. Like it's a fucking musical, bro. Look into the stars for my Aiden. Like, that's why she didn't unblock. That's why she didn't block him. Because that's her. That's her fucking crazy ass mind. She's sitting there having all these weird fucking fantasies, hoping that he comes back into her life. Shows up looking like Fabio. Fucking damn the world. Come here, honey. Sitting there fucking flicking her bean, thinking about that shit. You know what I mean? That's why she never blocked him. It's like, it's real simple. It's easy. You know? Like, look how crazy she is. You're going to tell me she's not sitting there fucking painting some sort of romance novel scenario in her head? Who knows how fucking fever dreamy that shit is? Who knows how fucking surreal and fucking, it's probably like a goddamn Dali painting with fucking Jackson Pollock fucking splattered all over it. Something completely and totally fucked up.
No, Your Honor. Thank you. No, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Your Honor. So, Judge, the granting to this court under Chapter 209A of the power to issue restraining orders is a grant of equitable jurisdiction. That grant carries with it, Judge, the ability for this court, sitting in equity, to bring to the table any possible equitable consideration. And in this case, Judge, the doctrine of unclean hands applies here. This plaintiff has used this order time and again as a weapon rather than
Glamour Suze, I'm refined as a motherfucker. You don't even know.
Than a shield. And she does not need it in any respect at
She
all.
doesn't need it.
Where she goes to where Mr. Carney is, she contacts Mr. Carney, she lies about interactions, and
This shit needs to get thrown
trigger
out.
Restraining order applications. Your Honor, this court has the advantage of hearing the prior bail revocation hearing and going through all the police reports that I have again put into evidence here, where it shows that to trigger this underlying criminal case, she went to court, and it's recorded in the police report in our exhibit, where she very emphatically says that Mr. Carney screamed liar, liar across the street, and to get these charges against him. Mr. Carney has received all of the videos. He did not do that. Videos would reflect it if he did. The officer has seen them. That report is in here as well. She lied about trying to trigger this restraining order violation. That's incredibly serious, Your Honor. She was trying to cause Mr. Carney to go to jail for 120 days based on that lie, the demonstrated lie by video, Your Honor. This is a person who has unclean hands, dead to rights. She has no entitlement to come to this court and maintain a restraining order where it abuses the whole concept for all of those folks that really do need a restraining order.
Right.
She got this order
There you go.
to flush Mr. Carney out of the Reed hearings. She got this order to get him locked up out of revenge from their relationship. She's somehow taken up with all of these enemies of Mr. Carney in the Karen Reed case to get him. And she's been enlisted by them, Your Honor, to abuse this restraining order and go to where Mr. Carney is. It's no different than if I have a restraining order on me, I'm an auto mechanic down the street in my garage, and she shows up at my garage and I have to leave. That's exactly what's going on here. This is Mr. Carney's workplace. This is what he does for a living. She knew he was going to be there, and she goes there. And what's worse, she makes up this phony restraining order violation case on him and tries to get him locked up. It's unspeakably evil, Your Honor. And I ask that this court today, here and now, vacate this restraining order, stand up for people who are victimized by phony restraining orders, Your Honor. That's what's going on here. The court can use the doctrine of unclean hands as an equitable consideration. And it is crystal clear at this point that this plaintiff has abused this process, has committed a fraud on this court, and has compromised any other plaintiff that legitimately wants to come before you to seek an order. So I ask, Judge, that you release Mr. Carney from this sword of Damocles hanging over his head that shouldn't be there. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm not going to use this as a soapbox about my opinions about what the parties are up to, but I can tell you this, that they filed a motion to vacate, and I'm assuming based on some sort of articulable change in circumstances, which I did not see. Attorney Beidle's summation there had a lot of his own speculation and items that weren't proved. But if we break down the case, Your Honor, they allege that at least in 5 different circumstances, which consists of a messenger on Facebook message, it includes an in-person being at the courthouse, and then three text messages that supposedly my client had sent. So out of all those 5, let's say, instances that they articulated to the court, only one, my client frankly admitted that she had dialed by mistake. At that point, she was also aware that Mr. Carney was not home. He was being held. So even some sort of notion that she was trying to set him up while he was in jail just doesn't jive with the facts. But
no,
for Attorney
the facts
Bradle to say what
dictated,
he
actually.
said is rather off topic, Judge. And
The facts dictate that she did this. It's not, that's the opposite. I mean, he's just lawyering like he's supposed to lawyer. You know, he's pulling a Hank Brennan is what he's doing, but except, you know, he's not a prosecutor, he's her lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So he's just doing what he's supposed to do, which is twist the fucking truth and make it seem like, no, that's not the truth. There's nothing, the facts dictate that this is just absurd and blah, blah, blah. Even like using that old trick, if I say it out loud, it has to be true. If I plant that seed in the judge's ear, you know, then I can maybe build off of that. I could probably nurture that and make it grow. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he's just doing lawyer shit, you know?
And to be quite honest, to call my client evil and her intentions are evil, but I mean, I don't want to honor any of those statements by arguing against them. But those 5 facts here that they articulated are not substantial enough. By the way, he's got an open criminal case for witness intimidation in which he's a victim. And as of yesterday, he's still posting her personal information for all of her viewers to see. I don't think Mr. Carney understands the import of having this restraining order and abiding by these orders, Judge. And quite frankly, my client has reported certain instances. I'm not sure what the police are going to do, but they have been reported. They haven't made out a change of circumstances, Judge. They haven't made, even under the doctrine of unclean hands, I don't see a mechanism by which they're able to vacate this restraining order. And even if it did exist, they haven't met their burden. So I would ask you to continue the restraining order as it is and deny their motion to vacate. Thank you.
For the call has been very short. Of course, we consider
Thank you.
the evidence, counsel's argument, and I'm going to just review the law one more time.
Thank you.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Shortly.
Thank you.
Court has reviewed the applicable case law on this because there is case law on it. And after reviewing that, I don't find there's a legal basis. There is certainly a legal justification to vacate this order. However, after reviewing the testimony, particularly given the public and secure settings of courthouses across the Commonwealth, the order is going to be modified in the following way. It's going to be modified as far as the 100-yard stay away provision of the order is going to exclude from it 50 yards from any courthouse in the Commonwealth. All right? Hearing this order.
So there you go.
Yeah,
And I remember this happening because this was a big win. This just meant that Turtle Boy could do his job, you know, which was great. Let's see where the poll here is still going up as far as votes. 225 votes, and 73% of you believe that Paul glazed fake victim. 73% of you believe that. That's funny. All right. And as you know, Turtle Boy's Defense Fund link is pinned at the top of the chat as usual. And Y'all can call in. Give me 1 second here. All right, nobody's calling in. There we go. Oh, and then they hung up. They hung up.
Call from.
Wow. Y'all just keep calling and hanging up, huh? Okay. Okay. I see how it is.
Call from.
Special.
Call.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
This is specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Oh my God. Special appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, everyone. Let's hear it for him.
Thanks for having me on your YouTube presentation.
It's always a pleasure to have you on my YouTube presentation, sir. How are you?
Well, I'm doing just fine. We have bad weather up here in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah? What define bad?
Well, it's the remnants of a hurricane.
Remnants of a hurricane, really?
That's right.
Okay. All right. Well, are you prepared? Do you got your windows all shuttered and stuff?
Yeah, we plywooded the whole house.
Okay.
I got the wife in the basement.
Tied up?
Well, I don't think that's any business, but maybe.
Okay. I see you, Mr. Cosgrove. I see you, special appointed prosecutor, Mr. Cosgrove.
Well, thank you. I've become somewhat fond of your show lately. It's that other guy I don't like.
Which other guy don't you like?
Turtle Asian guy. What's his name?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let us all know what you think of the turtle guy. And it's Mr. Media to you, special appointed prosecutor, Mr. Cosgrove.
Well, it's not what it says on the papers.
Oh, it's not what it says on the papers? Tell me what it says on the papers.
He's making my life a little difficult lately, to tell you the truth.
Oh, no, I can't imagine. How's he doing that?
Well, this is just between you and me. I mean, nobody else is listening.
Shoot. Fucking shoot.
That's how YouTube presentations work, right?
Right. That's exactly how the YouTube presentations work, sir.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well, him doing the, and you helping him with the T-Rex arms there on the street.
Yeah. What about it?
Really put a hitch in my giddy up.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Made me come out of retirement.
Mr. Cosgrove, it sounds like you're probably having maybe some Some bowel issues? Are you okay? How's that Metamucil treating you?
Well, that's just fine. I moved earlier. Thank you.
You moved. Okay, that's probably what I'm hearing. That sounds like fresh movement gas. That sounds like a fresh movement gas. Yeah. Okay. No, we're good.
Well,
we're not going to judge you here.
I think that calls for a bit of speculation, but okay, that's your right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. You know a lot about rights, huh? You're big defender of people's rights, are you? Special appointed
Well, I
prosecutor, Mr.
sat on the
Cosgrove?
bench for many years.
Right. So tell me, what made you come out of retirement? What was it about this case that made you come out of such a comfortable retirement?
Well, I was sitting at home one day, and my friend Yellow Mellow came over, and we call him Yellow Mellow because he's jaundiced from being sick, and his last name's Mellow, so we call him Yellow Mellow.
Yeah. Yellow Mellow. I love it.
And he had a little bit of dirt on me. He came over, basically told me I needed to take this case, come out of retirement.
Okay. Well, to indulge us, Mr. Cosgrove, what was the dirt?
Well, there was some things that when I was representing Robert E. Lee back in 1892,
You represented a Confederate, sir? Well, you are a Democrat, so.
Yeah, that's correct. I was just
right.
out of law school.
Okay, so you were just out of law school and you represented Robert E. Lee, Confederate general, sir.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh my God!
I made a couple misrepresentations in court. Yellow Mellow was there, held it over my head for many years, and that's why I'm on this case.
Jesus, okay.
But I'm hoping that old Yellow Mellow doesn't make the next month, if you know what I mean.
Oh man, that's really dark, Mr. Cosgrove. How can you say that? That's your.
Yeah, well,
he's your.
So is some blackmail.
Is he first chair or second chair now? Like what the fuck is going on?
No, he's in corrective chairs now.
Stop it. Stop it.
You know, the ones that lift you up when you press the button?
Mr. Cosgrove, you are out of line, sir. You are out of line.
Well, again, this is just between you and me, Will Glare.
It's not, though. You're on the YouTube presentation, sir.
Yeah, it's just a conversation between us two guys. I don't see why anybody else has to know about it.
Okay, but to everybody, there's like 940 people watching, at least.
I don't see how that's possible, but if that's what you believe, go ahead.
Mr. Cosgrove.
So that law that I told you about the other day is about to be enacted into law that it's illegal to do T-Rex hands on a public way in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, thanks to you and your friend Turtle Boy.
How can you say that about Turtle Boy? And how can you make such an unconstitutional law? Why can't people have the freedom to do T-Rex arms in front of windows? What's the problem? Why are you trying to take those rights away?
Well, because people get very upset when you make T-Rex arms in a window.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Apparently.
So you're going to make a law because they got upset?
Yeah, that's right. Sergeant Tully.
How do you live with yourself, Mr. Cosgrove? How have you lived this long?
Well, I don't. I live with my wife and my dog. So I don't live with myself. But thank you for asking.
How do you have the strength to lift the lid of the coffin to get out of bed every morning? How do you have the strength to do that, sir?
Do you ever drink children's blood?
No, I can't say that I have, sir.
It's very empowering.
Not deliberately, anyway.
Well, let's just say it's the fountain of youth. Okay?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Go ahead. Sorry, Mr. Cosgrove.
What the hell was that?
Just nothing. Let's just keep going. Just forget you heard anything.
All right, Will Glara. I think I've said my piece.
All right, Mr. Cosgrove. It's always a pleasure.
It's nice being on your YouTube presentation. Thanks for having me on. I'll give you a call.
It's always a pleasure to have you on my YouTube presentation. I love that you've gotten, this is your third time getting through, sir. And I'm so grateful.
Yes, I appreciate you giving me your airtime there.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You can have any of my airtime you want.
Yeah, thanks, Will Glara.
All right, special appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Yeah, have a good night now.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. People, special appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Call from
Glamis.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, this is fucking Jenny from the block. I made a whole shit ton of meatballs, and freaking Morrissey won't show up.
Oh wow, that's a shame. That's a crime. That's a crime.
He told me they were too fucking big. They intimidated him.
They intimidated him. How can how can a regular sized meatball intimidate that meatball?
Well, honey, you know what? I make big ass meatballs, and I make sure they're packed real fucking tight.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I hope that.
So I just want to say that no one in Norfolk County has the fucking balls to do shit. What the fuck? They're all a bunch of fucking sissies, and they all got fucking balloon nuts.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, Jenny from the block.
And that's all I gotta say. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night, Jenny from the block.
Call from
Okay.
What? Oh, okay. Damn, they hung up. They sounded ominous, whatever that was. That was weird. Call from. Guys. What?
Call from
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Sharon.
Sharon.
Texas Sunshine.
Texas Sunshine. Turn your device down in the back.
Hang on just a minute. Texas, I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. I love being put on hold on my own show. Take your time.
Okay, it's down.
All right.
I just have a message for all the young ladies.
Okay. Message for all the
Do
young
not
ladies.
be like Lindsay.
Don't be like Lindsay, young ladies.
Okay, that's all I got to say.
Sharon, we need more, Sharon. Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
I'm an old lady.
You're an old lady.
And when I was younger, I was very attractive.
Oh.
And it got me a long way, but I didn't have to sleep with people to get there.
I don't imagine you would have, Sharon. You sound like a very classy lady.
Okay, well, that's all I got to say. I didn't think I was going to get through.
Okay, well, you got through. Thanks for calling.
All right, bye.
Bye. She was sweet, though. She was sweet. Anyone? Oh, Sharon's hot. This is definitely my chat. So much fun. I mean, those were good callers, bro. But I got time to take more. So I got a fresh energy drink right here. Monster Energy. Lava.
Call from
Michelle.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
And this is Michelle. How you doing tonight, the Glare?
Michelle.
This is the shoe lady.
What's up, Michelle?
This the shoe lady. You know, we still died by the shoe, but somebody
that's right.
needs
The shoe lady, the one that came up with the theory that multiple DNA was from trying the shoes on at the shoe store. I remember you.
Absolutely, but somebody
Miss
needs
you
to
too,
take
Block
that
Twist.
shoe and shove it in her mouth.
Okay.
Put her foot in it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm about sick of her.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy
She's a
accidents.
hot mess, literally.
She is. She's definitely a hot mess.
So what's her nickname? Is she gonna be Hot Mustard?
Yeah, that's an understatement. She's definitely a hot mess. Like a hot mess. A hot mess is a lady who can't find her car keys. That's a hot mess, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's something
Absolutely.
else. She's something else. You know what I
It's
mean? Like,
ridiculous.
you know how
Yeah.
people, you know how ladies are, man. You know, oh shit, I can't even find my car keys. I'm a hot mess. You know what I mean? That's a hot mess. That doesn't apply to her. She's something next level, something else.
No,
Thank
you
you,
got to
Terry.
start somewhere. Remember that. You got to start somewhere.
Agreed. Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Right. She started as a hot mess.
She started as a hot mess
And now she's a
conception.
danger to society.
At conception. Like, I don't know, man. I hope somebody gave her parents a talking to. You know what I mean? I hope somebody did. That's all you can hope for, man. Is somebody give her parents just a good talking to, just like, hey man, why?
Nah, if I was her parent, I'd give her that old fashioned ass whooping. She needs that. She needs that in her life.
Yeah, some people do, man. Some people do. You know, it just is what it is. I mean, it's the oldest disciplinary action. All of a sudden, it's not okay anymore. Get the fuck out of here. You know, like it's always been effective. It might even shape civilization. If you think about it, good old discipline at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How else do you learn how to, dude? Come on now. Come on, Michelle. How did you learn how to sit up straight? You got smacked in the back of the fucking head. Tell me I'm wrong.
Fact.
Tell me I'm
fact.
wrong. That's what I'm saying.
That's fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fact. Yeah.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
That's fact.
That's
But
just,
the last
you just
point,
can't do that no more. That's just not how it, that's just how it is.
Oh God. But the last point with her, the way she said, I never had him blocked. I never had him blocked. Yeah, you know why?
Yeah.
What rhymes with blocked? she
Michelle,
got what? And I ain't even gonna say it.
Stop it right now, Michelle. You need to stop it right now and behave yourself.
That was my last point to make. It rhymes with block. You got it. And you fill in the blanks.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got it. I think we got it. And we ain't talking about clocks because we already know what time it is. What?
Ooh, you suck. Or you know, rocks.
So silly. All right, I'm gonna take the next caller, Michelle.
All right, you have a good night.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Call from
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, hi. I ran out of names. It's Blue. Call me Chris.
Okay, Chris.
I just had an idea. Did anyone ever think of doing like a time capsule for everyone?
a time capsule for everyone. And how do you propose we do that, Chris?
I don't know, like next Boston, like maybe at the Sandra Birchmore one, we can have all our protests and make a, time capsule.
Oh, you mean
I
to
don't know.
like memorialize everyone getting together and memorializing this camaraderie that we've all developed here?
Yeah, it's late. It's late, and I just put my helmet on, and I gotta go to bed. So
You put your helmet on?
I apologize. Yeah,
Do you sleep on a motorcycle?
I might as well, but I no, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Okay,
But
all right.
yeah, I just want to let
No,
you know
I
about
think
that idea.
no, Chris, I think it's a nice idea. I don't think it's a bad
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Talk to you later. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Chris.
Call from
Oh, you fucker. You fucker. I mean, dude, I'm batting 1,000 with callers so far. Like, this is great. This is a great caller night so far. Don't let it end now. Still got a few more minutes.
call from
Jeremy.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Well, it's Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I'm in Sacramento.
Okay.
I was with you last night too.
Okay.
I was up. I literally took my dog for a walk so that I wouldn't wake up the family, and then I never got through, but it's all right. It was a nice walk.
Cool. Right on. So how's Sacramento right now?
It's been so hot. It was 95 until the sun went down. But
yeah, but
you know what though?
The winters are nice there, man.
That's so true. Very mild.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, I've been wanting to say that people like you and like Nan have inspired me. Like I've gained so much weight. I'm like probably 40 pounds this week. But every day I get out at least twice a day out jogging. And just been feeling better about myself. Like you said yesterday, everyone's got the demons, but man, you know, the thing that we love about you is the real. You're real. And that's like I've been in the Army Reserve for 30 years. And I've met so many different people around the world. The ones you connect with are the ones that just be real with you. They're not arrogant about what they do. Like you end up finding out like, wow. You know, but their background doesn't scare you. Just like we're just people enjoying life, you know, sharing a moment of life together. Like it really rung with me about, you know, the interaction with when you're breaking down the JFK and those guys, and how he's just like, you didn't know him, but you instantly connected. Like, bro, what's up? But yet, Brian, I've seen those kind of people where they just kind of glance at you and then just act like you don't exist.
Yeah. Yeah, and the interesting thing about that is he was just oblivious to it. You know, like I honestly think that he believed that he just convinced himself that everyone was ignoring him because he felt entitled to that attention. That's bizarre. That's next level like delusion, you know? So I hope things work out for him, and I hope that he has a moment of clarity and realizes this, and you know, I hope it doesn't take what it took for me to do it. You know, I hope it doesn't get to that point for him, but you know,
yeah.
I hope.
Well, and about that, I was thinking, you know, I saw a meme the other day. It was like real men bust each other's balls in person, but secretly root for each other in the background,
right?
When no one's looking.
Yeah,
that's kind of what we do. It's like,
well, it's just like you can't say that you have a sense of community and you preach community and then behave like that behind the scenes. That's exactly the opposite of having a sense of community. That's a cancer in a community, is what that is.
Sure. And to me, the perfect couple of perfect recent examples are guys like like Bob Alessi and David Inetti.
Right.
They're just like, oh no, I don't deserve any praise. You know, they're just like humble. That's so cool because it's like they're just people. Like I used to be in the Army band, and I would do a lot of change of command ceremonies. See these high-ranking generals retiring, right? And you could tell they're just like, you know, all their little officers around them are scared out of their minds. And someone's like, man, don't be scared. They're just people. I mean, they got raped, but
yeah, you know, it's just, yeah, I
treat them with respect. And
I mean, I'm no mental health professional, but you know, I know people pretty well, and I know myself pretty well, and it just seems like he has. I think his social anxiety is a symptom of something much bigger that he's dealing with, and I hope he gets, you know, the proper, you know, gets the realization that and figures out what he needs to do to manage it.
Yeah.
You know, like we all just have to
absolutely.
find our own way how to manage this. You know what I mean? It just is what it is.
Yeah. And like I lost my job back at the beginning of 2022. I had gotten injured at a training, but I wasn't being taken care of. And at first I just closed up. I just spiraled into my own world. But then my dad reached out to me. Like, I realized that people care, you know, and I just came out of it like you described recently. Like, sometimes you just gotta take your downtime, reflect, but then get back in there. And I just love it. It's inspiring to me. Especially like I've done trainings. I've interacted with. There was a fellow soldier from Dominica. And then there's cool as hell, very intelligent guy. And then I also had done one with a guy that had literally come from Cuba. And he's like, one day he told, like, we had been together for a couple months, and then he just out of the blue, he's like, yeah, when he was like with a group of people that lived in the woods, built a raft, and kicked their way over to Florida. I was like, that's the kind of spirit that I love. Like, you know, that's why we love immigrants into our country, because they want to be here. They, you know, it's like they deserve it just as much as anyone else. I love being American.
I agree with that, but as long as you're willing to do
something,
what the part of the American dream that's required of you, which is the harder you work, the more you're going to get. You know what I mean? The more you hustle, that's what capitalism is all about, man. You know, survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, totally.
And
absolutely,
I grew up in Miami, and I'll tell you this: every Cuban that I know, like, their parents came over here. A lot of them, like, on a raft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
But I'll tell you, they're the hardest working and most hustling people you'll ever meet in your life. You know, they don't squander because they come from a country where they're expected to work super, super hard, and they get the same amount like of food as everyone, and they have to ration it. You know,
totally.
It's crazy. You know, so like people don't realize how good they have it here. So every Cuban family that I've ever known growing up comes from that mentality, and fucking they come down here and they start plumbing businesses, knowing that all they got to do is just dig ditches and fucking drop PVC pipe, and you know, and have it all set up. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what, the service industry is like the hidden gold mine for the people that want to work hard, because everyone goes to college and gets into deep debt, myself included.
Yeah, but the thing is,
but yet
I think you need to be legal to be here, because everyone that I know at least ended up going through what you had to become legal. Everyone that I know, and I know my mom came over here legal and became a citizen. My mom could fucking outschool anybody on the Constitution and Bill of Rights and all that shit. My mom is fucking brilliant. But it's a lot of that has to do with the fact that she did not squander. She knows what it means to be an American, and she's in love with the idea of being an American, always was. And she knows what it means to be that. And I was raised to understand this, yeah. Your freedom is not something to squander in, but if you want the American dream, it's not supposed to be handed to you. You got to fucking work for it,
Yeah, and like I always say the first kind of law tuber was Nick Ricada.
Yeah,
I loved you guys' get together, and then of course I also watched
I've been wanting to stream with that dude for years. It was so fucking awesome when he invited me up. I was like, fuck yeah, I was super excited. And I knew it would be fun and good. I gotta invite
walking
him
his legal encyclopedia.
Yeah,
but yet he's fun. He can have fun. He's like, I know.
Yeah, he can out fun anybody, but he's brilliant, and he doesn't suffer fools, and I love that.
Yeah, and the thing, like when you guys I loved. He did such a good job at interviewing you. I loved hearing your backstory and everything else. And it's like, by the way, you and I are a couple months. You're a couple months older than me. No, 1 month and a half. Yeah, because I'll have my big 5-0 next month.
Oh wow, right on.
But a friend of mine said, "What age is just a number? You're old as you let yourself feel."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't ever put yourself down. I know you don't like all the praise and stuff, but we love that you're just you. That's all you need to be, and we love it.
I'm never actually putting myself down.
Okay, good. Okay.
I'm never.
You're totally humble, and I love that.
Yeah, whenever I say things, I'm saying it in jest when I go, I'm kind of stupid. It just means that I have my moments.
Okay, good.
I'm saying that in jest.
Don't we all?
People are like, you're not stupid. Don't call yourself. Just calm down, man. I'm just messing around. I can joke with myself. I can't joke with myself. Relax. Fucking fuck.
Now, supposedly,
don't get in the middle of me.
You're too old. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying, don't get in the middle of me and me. I know what I'm doing.
That's true. We're our own worst critic, but sometimes we can't lie to ourselves.
Yeah, agreed.
I was gonna say, you're too old when when you're young, you fall down on people's laps.
Agreed.
But you've gotten too old when you fall down and people are like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?"
Hey, Jeremy, it was great talking to you, man. Keep it up, and I'm gonna take the next caller. Okay.
Yep, absolutely, man. Glad I could talk to you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Shit, I lost him. That always happens. Always take too long to hang up with somebody, and then I missed the last caller. I got time for one more call. Jeremy was awesome. Great callers tonight so far.
Call from
Glamis.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Will, it's Glamis Suze.
What's up, Glamis Suze?
I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for so many years. Coming up here, just, fighting like hell for Karen, and you didn't know who she was from a hole in the wall. No one felt competitive. I don't want people to take that the wrong way.
Well, no, I mean, I knew she was innocent, but that was enough to fight for. Once I realized that, and that was before I even got to meet her. But once I finally got to meet her, it was different because I got to spend time with her family as well. And then it was just this woman is not a killer, and if she was, this is the kind of family that raised her to take accountability for it and just deal with whatever you're dealing with. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do. Bill Reed was very close friends with a very good friend of mine's father. And while he was in the hospital and he was dying, Bill Reed was there every damn day.
Wow.
Yeah. It's, so this case hit hard to me from the beginning. And of course, once Aiden brought everything up with the court documents, the first thing I said was, nope, physics, science, nope, does not compute.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to come out with something that probably won't sound really nice, but you're going to take it in the way it's intended. You are the best fucking asshole to really make this so live. You're
Thank
colorful,
you.
you're wonderful.
That's what my boyfriend says too.
And I just wanted to let you know how much you're appreciated.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
And if you haven't caught it, Unetti was on with Nurse Kim earlier today.
What? Yeah, no, I know.
And you said we're talking.
I went over it. I went over some of it at the beginning of the stream.
Oh, I wasn't here at the beginning. I was doing some other things in the house. But when he said bukkake, I nearly lost my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was fucking
dying
great.
laughing.
Yeah, that was great.
I died. I was laughing. I was crying. And I don't know, like I was watching, Melanie and Mark Federer when the verdict came in, and all I can say is I was up till about 3 o'clock that morning, laughing,
Man,
crying,
I don't
shaking.
I don't think that I've expressed how fucking lucky I was to get to spend the day of the verdict with the creators that I got to spend it with. That was fucking crazy. Like, because like you, like I was just fucking, I was so emotional for like 2 days, 3 days after the fact. It was crazy.
I was personally invested, obviously, for some reasons. I am.
Well,
Secondary,
a
tertiary.
lot of us were.
But-
A lot of us were.
But just, it's like, the jury went on lunch break, 12:30 to 1:30. So I'm like, oh shit, I can run to Market Basket and grab some groceries, right? And I'm leaving, and all of a sudden I hear, like, the verdict's in. So I holler back as I'm fixing to walk out the door. It's like, the verdict's in, and I was going, free Karen Reed. I'm in New Hampshire. And everyone was like so rooting for her. And it was like the biggest gosh darn hug you could ever imagine getting. Like, you get a bunch of people, you don't know them from Adam or Eve, and they're like going, free Karen Reed.
Well,
And
it's just like once you learn about the facts of the case, like it's like, okay, enough is enough, and I mean, and a lot of people criticize, people who, only started following it at the second trial, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, like, what do you think we were doing all this for this whole time? It was to raise awareness for it, get as many people following it, better late than never, whatever, dude. But that's what we all did. All of us collectively, Turtle Boy lit that spark and fucking, and put the gas going, and, everybody fucking just, it just expanded. And
it was balls to the wall.
Yeah.
That was that. And, I watched the momentum grow, and it was mind blowing. I mean, I had conversations at Saratoga this year, and people were like, you freed Karen Reed. It's like, the justice system did. But
the justice system did, but the justice system was under pressure as well from the fact that everyone was watching and everyone was rooting for Karen Reed, and the justice system knew why everyone was rooting for Karen Reed, because they fucking framed her. So
they wanted to
knew
bury
why
the shit out of this.
they wanted us. They kept fighting right in front of our faces. Hank Brennan fought dirty right in front of our faces, though, in front of the whole world's faces. Like, he was just making himself one of the most hated people in America, you know, just seeing it through. But the world was watching. The world was watching.
You know, his wife is an attorney as well. Maybe she has a really huge life insurance policy on him. You know, you got to think about certain things. But
I mean,
honestly, Hank Brennan, you know, hey, listen, I'm not an attorney. I've been a paralegal since the Reagan administration. Yes, I'm that old. But he violated so many codes of ethics. He lied outright, and you know, all the attorneys, like Yannetti especially, are so gracious about him. And I would walk up to him and I would say, "You're a motherfucking liar."
Well, yeah, I mean, it's good that people didn't do that. That's the good thing about this, is everybody composed themselves as the better people. We all did. Like, considering how much attention this drew, there wasn't any real incidents that took place. No justifiable arrests took place. None. Everyone.
No, I was there the Monday before the verdict. I was hoping the verdict would come in that Monday. It was a huge love fest. I mean, everyone. Vinnie Balaban was wonderful. Grace Face came, I'm going to say 8, 9, 10 hours away. She's actually an astrophysicist. She was amazing. You know, of course, I got to see the normal old crew. You know, folks who've been here since day one, but from day one, I had said the physics do not match. And Dr. Scorti-Bello was an absolute boss on the stand. And she basically, her words said one thing, her eyes said something else. Hank Brennan, fuck you, I'm not lying.
Yeah, no, she was great. Glamasu's, it's about that time. I'm gonna have to let you go, and I'm gonna wrap this up. But
have a great night. Well, thank
calling.
you very much for everything you've done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting Karen as much as you did, and Turtle Boy as well. Everybody appreciates you, Glamasu's.
Now we got a free Turtle Boy.
Exactly. All right. Have a good one. All right, folks. It is that time of night. I want to thank all of my wonderful callers. I had great callers tonight, man. And again, a big shout out and congrats to Nurse Kim for having an amazing interview with the cerebral ninja himself, Mr. David Yannetti. Easily one of my favorite people I've ever met. And I am I know that Nurse Kim feels the same way, at least. But yeah, man. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I want to thank you guys for hitting the like and subscribing. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live too. That's very important. Thank you guys for all the support. You guys are incredibly generous and kind. It means the world to me. And yeah, El Jefe is going to bed, guys. And he's going to cuddle with Clubber. I love you guys very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.